picture the both of us together.
Take me now, Steve Ovo, me, I'm yours forevermore.
Listen, keep them coming on our social media platforms. I think we're going to have such a fun time going through your cheesy pickup lines. Make sure to use that also important hashtag Expresso Show.
Certainly.
Well, a very good morning, team. Let's look at your national headlines. Police Minister Bheki Cele has warned that businesses breaking COVID-19 protocols will be fined 5,000 rand. He's issued the warning after President Cyril Ramaphosa on Monday night tightened regulations to minimize super spreader events this festive season. Cele said strong actions would be taken against concerns not complying. And he added that should a company repeatedly break COVID-19 protocols, it could be suspended for 3 months. And traffic volumes started to pick up on the country's major highways yesterday on the eve of the summer holidays. On the N3 to Durban, traditionally one of the busiest highways in the country, some 1,000 cars per hour passed through the Marion Hill Toll Plaza outside of Durban. KZN Transport MEC Bheki Ntuli said several roadblocks were yesterday set up throughout the province and not only in urban areas. And a man identifying himself as the leader of Nigeria's Boko Haram said yesterday the Islamist group was behind the abduction of more than 300 schoolboys in northwestern Nigeria as anxious parents begged the government to secure their release. Pupils who escaped by jumping over the fence of the school and fleeing through the forest said the attackers were armed with AK-47 assault rifles. No video footage was released of the missing boys. And some interesting news from Wall Street. Wall Street has begun trading water as a commodity similar to gold or oil. The world's first water market was launched on the Chicago Mercantile Exchange this week with $1.1 billion in contracts tied to water prices in California. In reaction, the UN Special Envoy on Human Rights to Safe Drinking Water and Sanitation said the news that water is to be traded on the Wall Street shows that its value as a basic human right is now under threat. He said water belongs to everyone. And next, the romance that led to 2 PhDs in one day. There was jubilation all around in the Shanga Juba household when Dr. Nompumelelo Shanga and Dr. Roderick Juba received their PhD degrees in the Faculty of Agri-Sciences at Stellenbosch University together on the very same day this week. Dr. Shanga obtained her degree in food science and Dr. Juba in conservation ecology. The couple was married in September last year during a traditional wedding in the Inanda near Durban, and their exceptional story started when they met at Stellenbosch in 2010 while both were second years. They started dating in 2016 when they realized they not only shared the same sense of humor, aspirations and work ethic, but they were also best friends and soulmates. And for the past 2 years, they've navigated the intricacies of a long-distance romance caused by their shared career aspirations. The couple now plan to take the world by storm and to pay their good fortune of a good education forward by motivating and helping others to follow suit. Indeed, an inspirational story of a student romance that led to 2 PhDs in one day. Well, on that note, that's where I leave your morning headlines for now. Let's take a first look at your sport.
Thanks so much, Zoe. Let's kick it off with cricket. Plenty of cricketing action locally in the CSA 4-day domestic clash at the Mangawang Oval in Bloem. The Knights leg spinner Sean van Berg dominating with 5 for 93 to see the Lions restricted to 262 in their first innings. Deficit of 210 runs, but take nothing away from a brilliant unbeaten century from Rassie van der Dussen, a dogged 107 from 203 deliveries. Then down at St George's Park in Port Elizabeth, Calvin Savage inspired a dramatic afternoon collapse yesterday for the Warriors, who lost 6 for just 48 runs to be restricted to 325, leaving the Cape Cobras a fourth innings target of 265. Currently at the crease, opener Yanaman Milan on 44 and Kyle Verreynne looking to build on his 97 in the first innings. All that action will resume today at 10. Then Then plenty of action at the top of the table in the PSL last night, but more woes for Chiefs, losing 2-1 to SuperSport United at the Lucas Moripe Stadium, thanks to a late first-half goal by Bradley Grobler, and then another by Sipho Mbule to open the second. Lebogang Manyama able to capitalise on only one of many opportunities with a late penalty, but Chiefs left languishing on 12th position on the log. Cape Town City, they won the Cape Derby with Stellenbosch FC 2-1, and Mamelodi Sundowns, they continue their charge and they climb at the summit of the table with a 2-0 win over TS Galaxy. Zwane continuing his fine form with one of those goals to see the Brazilians now 2 above Swallows. Then tonight, Benny McCarthy opens his account as the new manager of Amazulu. That's up against Golden Arrows, kicking off at 5:30. And then finally, in the English Premier League last night, not even a late penalty overturned would deny Wolves a very hard-fought win over Frank Lampard's Chargers at the Molineux, with the winner coming via Pedro Neto as late as the 95th minute. Despite a brilliant volley by Olivier Giroud, Chelsea unable to execute any real game plan against a Wolves team ready to dig deep without Raul. Their equaliser, a superb piece of skill from Daniel Podence. Now the results continuing the trend of surprise draws. Man City, they were held 1-1 by West Bromwich Albion. Then tonight, a bumper lineup of games, starting with Leicester up against Everton, but undoubtedly headlined by the top of the table clash between Spurs and Liverpool. It's a late one. You'll have to wait until 10 o'clock tonight for that one. We'll touch on those headlines again in about an hour or so. Right now, let's see how beautiful the skies look in your neck of the woods.
Thank you, Graham. Well, you know what? We always ask for those beautiful pictures and you never disappoint. Now, thank you for sending through your sunrise photos on our Expresso Facebook page. And let's take a look at Fatah Khan's sunrise. And this is from the harbour in Richards Bay, looking absolutely gorgeous. Fatah, thank you for your picture. You can expect some partly cloudy conditions with a maximum of 27 degrees. Now, Gershwin Shaw showed us how he starts his morning with this pink sunrise. Now, you too can contribute to our weather report by capturing how your sunrise looks from your backyard or wherever you are from across the country, and please share that on the Expresso Facebook page. Now, some interesting news. A team of scientists is being sent to the South Atlantic to study the giant iceberg of 3,900 square kilometers currently drifting ashore to the British Overseas Territory of South Georgia, where it threatens to run aground. If that happens, it could make life extremely difficult for the wildlife havens, penguins and seals as they go about foraging for fish and krill. The researchers will approach the iceberg in the Royal Research Ship James Cook and will use robotic underwater vehicles to gather measurements under the ground, measurements around the iceberg and under, and sampling instruments to see how the frozen mass is influencing its environment. This affects conditions for all marine life, from the simplest planktonic organisms to all the way up to the largest creatures in the ocean, the whales. We'll certainly keep you updated with regards to that story, but for now, let's quickly look at your temperatures across the country. If you're in Polokwane, your morning will start off with a low of 17, a high of 22. Mbombela 18, reaching a high of 22. Some thunder showers can be expected in Pretoria today with a high of 25. Johannesburg 13, reaching a high of 24. Similar conditions in Mahikeng with a low of 17, a high of 30. Klerksdorp 16, reaching a high of 31. Warm and dry conditions in Kimberley today with a high of 34. Bloemfontein 16, reaching a high of 32. It's partly cloudy in Richards Bay with a high of 27. Pietermaritzburg 15, reaching a high of 24. Durban expect a 61% chance of rain with a high of 26. Mthatha 14, also reaching a high of 26. East London 17, reaching a high of 24. Warm and dry conditions in Cradock today with a high of 32. If you're in Port Elizabeth, some partly cloudy conditions with a low of 17, a high of 24. George 14, reaching a high of 23. Sunny conditions and partly cloudy conditions to an extent in Cape Town with a low of 16, a high of 24 for today. Worcester 12 with a high of 36. Sutherland 11, reaching a high of 31. And warm sunny conditions can be expected in Uppington, a low of 21 with a high of 38 degrees Celsius. Well, on that note, that's where we leave your morning weather. We'll take another look shortly after 7.
Oh, certainly. Thank you very much, Zoe Brown. And no matter what it's looking like in your part of the country, be sure to make it a feel-good type of day. Okay, so we've been running this really exciting competition on the show. Our Nespresso Barista device competition is well underway. So many entries we've received, and we've only got 2 days left to enter. The device, honestly, without a doubt, has become a firm favorite in studio, especially after last week's cinnamon bun latte creation, which got so much attention on social media. Everybody was laving for it. We've received hundreds of entries so far, and here's what some of you have had to say.
Yes, we're starting off with Famida, who says, my day doesn't start until I've had my first cup of coffee. It's my beverage of choice at any time, day or night, even when I'm on call this festive season while everyone is spending time with their loved ones, hopefully at home. I'll be working in the essential services, and we are not over the pandemic yet. This coffee will make this holiday just a little bit better for me. Hashtag Nespresso Expresso. Shout outs to our essential workers here. And it is true that some of us had forgotten that the pandemic is still a thing. And now, as our health minister has mentioned, we are possibly within our second wave. So shout out to you.
Well done. And then we got one from Jermaine Newhausen, who says that the Nespresso Barista is on my Christmas list because it's coolest little coffee maker I have ever come across. The coolest coffee maker I've ever come across. There is so much you can do with that little machine. It's truly amazing. Hashtag Nespresso Expresso.
Nikita Angel says the Nespresso Barista device is on my wish list because it would make a great gift for my brother-in-law. He loves coffee, and my niece and nephew are big coffee lovers too. I would love to gift him with this device. It would be a perfect Christmas gift
for the whole family,
100%.
right? And then Nilufa Lotus Khan Kamis says, I love preparing refreshing iced coffees and elaborate latte art at home. My type of guy. I also love entertaining guests, so this would be ideal for me, and that is why it is on my wish list. I simply love the fact that it has so many options as a coffee menu. They always have a new recipe in store for me to try, and which they do. It is sure to be a delight.
Truly, man, all those messages are absolutely beautiful. I wish I could give all of them the barista machine, actually. You know what? Because it's something that the family and the children, even an individual, would enjoy by themselves. Yes. Now, remember, you still stand a chance to win the incredible Nespresso Barista device worth 6,500 Rand. Simply reply to the competition post on Expresso's Facebook or Twitter page and tell us, why is the Nespresso Barista device on your Christmas wish list? And do remember to include the hashtag Nespresso Expresso. The competition closes tomorrow on the 17th of December at midnight. So get those entries in right now. T's and C's do apply and can be found on expressoshow.com.
Cheers.
Cheers.
We chose some of the world's rarest local coffee crafts and refined them to create 5 distinct new tastes. After all, we are the choices we make.
show. It's Expresso on SABC3. And it is that time of the morning when you hear this happy tune. It's time for us to wish you, our beloved viewers, a very happy birthday if it is your birthday today. And if it is, you are sharing it with the one and only Casper Njolves, who is turning 30 years old. I can't believe he's only 30. 30. He's a 1990s baby.
I can't believe that.
I know.
He's been doing so well already to be able to be in this space, and only 30 years old. That's crazy.
Only 30. I mean, you love him or not, whether you love him or not, Casper has achieved what most artists can only dream of achieving. And he's only 30. Now, the SA rapper recently hit another milestone at the 2020 SA Hip Hop Awards, winning Song of the Year. He has also become a father to a baby boy, Kotso, and in 2020 has definitely been a very good year for him. So happy birthday, Casper.
The greatest of all time. Some people would say, I love him. I love him. Love him or hate him, we love you and happy birthday to you. But of course, the real celebrities, you at home, our loyal viewers. This one is for Lawrence Govender. It reads, happy birthday to my daddy, Lawrence Govender.
Me, I'm Danica Govender, and I would like to wish my dad, Lawrence Govender, a very happy birthday for the 16th of December. Happy birthday, Dad. I hope you have an awesome day. May all your dreams and wishes come true, and may you have many, many more. I thank you for always being with me when I needed you and giving me everything I wanted. I love, appreciate you, and hope you have a blessed and joyful day. Bye.
Oh, I love her confidence. What a beautiful birthday message for her dad. Now, this one is from Nathania and would love to wish themselves happy birthday.
Happy birthday to me. Happy birthday to me. Happy birthday to me. Happy birthday to me.
Sing, girl. Sing it with that me, he for me, though.
That is special. Very
Love
special.
it. And then we have another one which reads, happy birthday, baby Cheryl. We love you.
I want to wish my baby Cheryl a happy 5th birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Cheryl. Happy birthday to you.
It's so special. I hope my family will do that for me on my birthday.
Which is coming up soon.
It is coming up in January, but for now it is Estelle's birthday, and this is a special message from Zian Zara that says, happy birthday, Auntie Estelle, we love you.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Auntie Estelle. Happy birthday to you. Hip hip, Zara.
Hooray!
Hip hip hip.
Hooray!
And Auntie's peep.
Hooray!
Zara came alive at the end. She's like, hooray, here's my chance to shine. We love it. And then definitely last but not least, it's for Freddie Jacob. It reads, happy birthday, Freddie Jacobs.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to Uncle Freddy. Happy birthday to you. Hip hip. Hooray!
That is amazing. I am loving all of these. So do send us your 15-second video on WhatsApp. That number is 071 640 6551 so that you can wish your loved ones a happy, happy birthday live on your Feel Good Breakfast Show.
When it comes to the festive season, very few things scream Christmas and festive louder than some biscuits, some milk, some cookies in the mix, and all the fun that you can have baking and bringing all of that magic to life during the season, correct?
Yes, oh, definitely.
Absolutely. It is the season to get in the kitchen. I think there's something about the festive season. You almost want to walk into any home and start smelling those fresh baked goodies.
Oh, yes.
Oh,
Then it smells like Christmas, doesn't it?
It certainly does smell like Christmas. And when we think Christmas, there are few memories as powerful as cookies and milk on Christmas Eve. Yes, it's a big thing. And bakers have taken inspiration from this tradition and they've created something truly unique and delicious for your festive feast. Cookies and cream, of course, tiramisu, layer upon layer of crunchy and delicious biscuits, all swimming. They're there, swimming in a creamy and luxurious filling, make up this mouth-watering treat. Yes, one thing is for sure, there is guaranteed to be none left for Santa this time around. I'm so sorry, Santa. I'm so sorry, Santa. Okay, what are we doing, Grace?
Well, we're going to make cookies and cream tiramisu. So we're kind of like mixing all the amazing things together to make the perfect dessert. And I would just advise that you do leave some for Santa. Just, you know, from my experience, it would be a good idea.
Listen, and we'll listen to that because your experience matters.
Yes, no, absolutely. We're going to start off with the Baker's Eat Some More. This is one of my family favorites.
Yeah.
And
you see, I'm so glad that I'm not making this particular recipe because the thing is, put me in the kitchen and have any biscuits, and especially the Eat Some Mores.
Yeah.
I don't think there would be any left to go into the bowl because I start chomping them up. I'm very capable of finishing the box in 5 minutes.
Oh, absolutely, because it's that buttery goodness, and then you just like, well, that's why they're called Eat Some More.
Yeah.
Because they are amazing. Right, you want to crush these Eat Some Mores and put them in the bottom of your... I'm going to make individual desserts. Okay. But, of course, you could make a big one.
In bulk, okay.
Yes.
So this is perfect to know that you can make them in bulk, especially because a lot of people are going to be hosting family get-togethers during this Christmas Eve or Christmas Day. So this is perfect. But also, if you are staying at home because you're not able to travel because of, obviously, the COVID-19 pandemic, you can make individual ones for a smaller hosting.
Yeah, because it's quite special to have individual ones. And what's so nice about this recipe is you can make it ahead of time. You don't have to be slaving in the kitchen on Christmas Day. You can make it even 2 days ahead of time. And all this coffee flavour is just going to there. So
is that just coffee that you're putting in?
So this is just an espresso.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So, and I'm just going to like soak those biscuits in there. So that is perfect. Now I'm going to make my mousse.
Okay.
So I've got some cocoa and I'm going to put some icing sugar in here. And sift your cocoa so you don't have lots of lumps. And this is mascarpone. So it's cream cheese.
Nice. Okay. Wow.
Triple fat.
And it's rich, hey? It's so rich. I love that richness.
Yeah, definitely. So now say a prayer that I don't put...
And that I step aside.
This could be messy.
But that's the thing, is that when you are baking, sometimes, and I think, in fact, most times, all the time, it's got to get a little bit messy. That's when you know you are really doing the right thing in the kitchen with the bake there. You want to see the flour all over the place. And in this case, we've got the cocoa really just flowing out.
Yeah. So sometimes it's best to put your wet ingredients in first and sift your dry ingredients over them, just to help to kind of glue everything together.
Good tip.
Some lovely cream, because Christmas dessert would not be Christmas dessert without some cream.
Correct.
And I'm going to whip this up until I get a nice stiff peak. That's what I want.
What you're looking to get.
Yes, and on slow again. Actually, I'm going to fold this in quickly.
Okay, to make sure that it doesn't go all over the place.
I don't think we need to be bathed in cream.
No. Not for this particular recipe, not today. But listen, if you do want the recipe, we've made this very simple for you. We've put it on our website. It's expressoshow.com. Go on there. You'll find all of these ingredients and the baker's biscuits that you can obviously turn to create this magical creation of biscuits. What are we making? Tiramisu.
Tiramisu.
Okay, now you're just mixing it all up.
Yes, very gently. So you want a stiff peak. So you're going to have to sit with this for a while just to get your cream nice and stiff.
Nice.
And then we're going to layer it into our dessert bowls.
Fantastic.
You've seen the ones over there.
I'm just looking at the final product. So
and they look amazing.
I mean, they really do look amazing. You almost don't want to eat that. You want to take photographs of it. You don't want to. You want to just take photos of it. It gets loud. It gets noisy in the kitchen when you make something that pretty. It doesn't come easy. But I love that they've got really such a broad range, bakers. They've got such a broad range of biscuits that you can really use. And they really do come to life. The choice assorted, for example, around this time of the year. I mean, go to any retail outlet. That's all you're going to be seeing. But if you want this recipe, go on our website, expressoshow.com. Okay.
Yes, and now we got
again in the
peace and
kitchen.
quiet. So you do want to beat it up until it's really, really stiff. So it will take a while, but that's fine because at Christmas time we have a little bit more time to play around with our recipes. I'm going to fold in some of these Baker's Delight.
Nice.
Chocolate, cookies.
Look at that.
That's an extra decadent layer for you. And now, so I've got my Itzamors with my espresso.
Yes.
And now I'm going to spoon over some of my mousse. So this goes in.
Look at it go. Look at it go. Yes, yes, Grace.
Yeah.
Don't be shy. Don't hold yourself
But
back.
you want to do layers. So you want to do a little bit of this, and then a little bit of cream,
Nice. Oh,
and then you want to sprinkle.
it's all in the layers.
You want
It
to
is all
sprinkle
in the
some Romani
layers.
creams in here. So you want to crush some Romani cream.
Now you're showing off. Really, Grace.
no.
Really, all you're doing now is you're really showing off.
This is so decadent. Everybody's going to take, they think they know what they're eating.
And
they're gonna
then they
take
find a new
spoonful,
thing.
And then they're just going to get some more and some more mousse. So you layer it up.
I love it.
Finish it off with a little bit of cocoa and some
Yes.
chocolate.
And then throw on some like
edible flowers
on there.
and
Voila! That's what it looks like when it's all done. Look at that. The mood is set. 'Tis the season. Go on to expressoshow.com and get that. Grace Stevens, you are a rock star for
Thank
this.
you.
I really appreciate you for it. Happy eating.
Baker's Choice Assorted, now with delicious Romani creams. Best baked by Bakers.
It's out of my love for you that I choose to do the things you're asking me to. Music, you deserve the best of me. There's no other I want to please. My life doesn't belong to me. You can have it all. I'm ready to follow your lead. I want to hear what you say every hour of every day. So come heal my mind, I pray. Won't you clear the clutter away? My life doesn't belong to me. You're in control. Take me to my destiny.
Welcome back as we get creative. Spending the bulk of our time at home will be a new normal for many this festive season. We've all got to make an adjustment, and as restrictions have been tightened ever so slightly, it's been intensified even more. So, parents, we're going to need to get creative with how we entertain our families within a budget, considering everything we've been through this year. Registered relationship and family counsellor Mimi Hewitt joins us to give her tips on how parents can make this happen in an affordable way and a very creative way. Mimi, welcome back to the show.
Thank you.
This looks so cute, man. So
Thanks.
sweet. I've got a 3-year-old, so this is like what my lounge looks like pretty much at any given moment, and he's got the same attention span as me, so I've got to keep him entertained. Maybe we can start with kind of that adjustment that we are having to make now, because it is a different year, and I think all of us need to adjust to be able to entertain our kids. Why is it so important that we shift our mindset and adapt this festive season especially?
Yeah, you see, it's been a tough year for everybody. People are tired.
stressed. I think everybody was looking forward to having a Christmas as per normal.
Yeah.
But now especially it's crucial for us as parents to stay positive, to stay motivated, and to make this a memorable Christmas for our kids and to perhaps finish strong.
Finish strong. I love that. Hashtag finish strong. And it is vital that we make the choice to be positive, because we kind of think that these things have been inflicted on us and we don't have a choice. I'm going to ask a question that might be a bit taboo, but, you know, it's holidays. The screen is there. Is it all right, permissible, to give them a little bit of extra screen time this time of the year? How do you feel about plonking your little one in front of the TV?
You know what?
Or tablets, or anything for that matter, yeah.
Anything in moderation is okay. So, yes, if your child wants to watch TV, let them watch TV. But why not watch with them?
Yeah.
Or why not ask your teenager to teach you how that video game works and play with them? Or you know what? Put the music on loud and dance with them in front of the TV.
I love that. And we are lucky. There's some really good kids' entertainment available. There's some great stuff on YouTube, educational stuff on YouTube. But if you've gone out there and bought yourself a new gaming console, you know, it's the responsible thing to do is to play with your child. I'm just saying.
Absolutely.
Just saying. What are some of the fun activities and things that we can get up to with our kids?
Okay, so I've got a confession to make.
Okay.
I didn't think of all of this by myself.
I was going to applaud you.
So I had some help from my two daughters.
Oh, well
they
done,
are
guys.
7 and 10 years old.
Oh, brilliant.
And I asked them what would they like to do this holiday. And you know what? Within 5 minutes, they had a list of about 20 things, activities and games.
Oh, fantastic.
None of which involved any technology. So
what are their names?
Meline and Anine.
Meline, Anine, well done, guys. Good job.
So you know what, whether it's camping out under the dining room table with the blankets, or you know, exploring the garden like Dora, or you know what, even just playing the floor is lava. They have lots of ideas, so definitely ask your children to give you ideas.
I think you'll be surprised at how creative a child can be, and of course they have the added advantage of having the imagination to take it to that other place. So we've spent the year kind of being stay-at-home teacher parents, especially if you've got little ones. This has been my real house, is these kind of things, and my partner has been amazing at how she's adapted to become effectively a creche teacher over this last year. Should the activities that we are playing with them now be educational or just for fun?
You know, honestly, I'm also tired of being a homeschool mommy, and my kids are tired of school. So why not teach them something different, a new skill, how to bake cookies from scratch? Or better yet, get the grandparents involved and ask them to teach the kids some of the games they used to play when they were younger.
I love that. I just so happens I've got the in-laws out from the UK staying with us right now. So we're going to embrace it. We're going to have a lot of fun, and who knows, we might learn something new about our kids through this process as well. The one advantage is that we are getting this quality time with our children that we might not have had otherwise. So savor those moments. You want to stay with us as we're going to continue the discussion on how to make your home fun this holiday season.
When it comes to gift ideas around the festive season, shopping for kids can be tough, and finding the best gifts on the market can become a whole lot more difficult. Now, thanks to the game Kids Toy Club, it doesn't have to be, because the experts themselves, the kids, are reviewing and giving their honest opinion on the latest and coolest toys out there. Now, Amy Ace and Nkubeko Mashinini joined us this morning to give us the inside scoop. Good morning, ladies.
Good morning.
You both look so pretty in pink. Clearly, I didn't get the memo. Can you tell us how excited you were when you went to pick up your toys at game? And what did you first think when you saw your toy? I'll start with you first, Amy.
I just screamed. I couldn't believe it.
I love that. What about you, Nkubeko?
I didn't wait to play with my toy and started the way and run.
I'm sure you couldn't. Amy, you were given the Bluetooth speaker box to review. Tell us about what your favorite features are and if you enjoyed playing with it.
So my favorite features of it comes with a mic. So we can put the mic in here and we put it on. Hello. So now I'm going to put on the echo.
for my job. Okay, Nkubeko, maybe you can tell us about the toy you were given to review. What is the coolest thing about it and why?
The coolest thing about it is the hair and the hair highlight and the hair clipper.
Ooh, both of it is giving me vibes, but of course it's down to the final thing. It's time for both of you to give us your official rating using your emoji panel boards and why you're giving it this face. Amy, I'll start with you first this time.
Okay, so I'm going to rate my toy the best toy ever.
Yay! That makes me so happy. What about you, Nkubeko?
Giving it 5.
A 5? That is amazing. Why do you both think other children's parents should get their kids this toy?
You can carry the speaker box around and you can have your own party in your house.
And you, Nkubeko?
So that the other children can be more creative just like me and style it the way they want to style it.
Ladies, I'm going to leave you to it because I know you have a lot of playtime with your toys. Please do enjoy it, and thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Thank you. Bye. For having us.
Now, with the festive season around the corner, a lot of kids will be writing their festive wish lists filled with all the new toys they hope to receive. So why not take the advice from our experts and head to your nearest game store to get unbeatable deals that will give you and your little ones the happy feels this festive season. Their opening hours are Monday to Friday from 9 to 6, Saturday from 9 to 5, and Sunday and public holidays from 9 to 4.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. We are continuing our discussion with relationship and family counsellor and parents, Mimi Hewitt. We are talking about bringing the family together in a low-cost way in this very different festive season that we're all going to be experiencing together. Huge gatherings out of the question, so what can we do indoors? And I'm going to ask you a question because we've obviously got some great creative ways of connecting here, but I think we've got to think out of the box this year. There's got to be an opportunity in that to have a deeper connection with our children. Are there other ways that we can engage with our kids in creative and fun ways for both of us, not just tedious kind of, you know, going through the motions?
Yeah, no, absolutely. So I've brought with a few examples of things that you will find in your house that you can use. I mean, this is an egg tray, empty egg tray with a toilet roll. Now, I'm really not quitting my day job, so I'm not the creative mom, but if I can do it, anybody can. So my kids made this. They made these stones that they painted, and I mean, this is something that my daughter used her birthday money on to buy these socks.
I was going to say, that's where the other sock went.
Yes. So if you have any odd socks, you know what to do with them.
Put them to use.
And we've had so much fun with these puppets at home already.
That is brilliant. What goes? I have to ask, what goes in to form the mouthpiece inside?
It's a cardboard. So it's basically cardboard that is cut and then placed inside.
That's so clever.
Yeah, inside the sock. So it's really. Yeah, and you can buy all these things these days from all the craft shops, and you just glue it on.
Go to Crazy Store, man. Go there. You will find something.
Absolutely. Kids are very creative. This is something that I also thought is a good thing. You know, we always make vision boards and plans for the new year. But looking back at 2020, there's still a lot that happened. And you just mentioned as well, a lot that one can be thankful for.
Yeah, for sure.
So why not make a board of things that you are thankful for with your family? I mean, these are pictures that I printed on normal paper off my phone.
Yeah.
Didn't cost me anything. But it's something to have.
Completely, and it's good kind of therapy for you to go through this and actually see that silver lining. But what an opportunity to learn more about what your child's experience of this year has been. Because they've also had to go through everything that we've been through, and it's a great way of maybe touching base and finding out what their pressure points have been, what they've been stressed about, and what really excites them about the new year, so you can all start the new year with some positivity.
Also, and to remember the good things.
Kids are great. I'm loving having the in-laws now with us. I can hand over, which sounds awful, okay? But I've spent a lot of time with my children, a lot of time in an intense work situation. Is it okay to give ourselves a moment, a little bit of self-soothing time?
Absolutely. It's okay for kids to sometimes explore on their own.
Great.
It's good for kids to be bored. I think sometimes parents stress about kids being bored, so we want to cram a lot of activities in one day. But you know what? Boredom is actually the best medicine for creative thinking to start.
Really?
So let them play on their own. Have some me time. Have some one-on-one adult time. Read a book. There's a very good suggestion of a very good book for parents to read. And let the kids also imagine their own world and get creative.
And just try, you know, I see this with my 3-year-old boy all the time. Just leave him alone for 10 minutes, and then you can literally see him building this world around him. And then never mind the expensive toys that you've bought, he's got a stick, and that's all he needs. And suddenly it's going crazy. What can we get out of this festive time together, being able to just get this special quality time with our kids?
You know what? Building memories, helping our kids to remember the stuff that made them feel good, not necessarily the stuff they received. We don't have to buy expensive gifts. They will remember how we made them feel. So making them feel accepted, making them feel understood, making them feel loved is what it's about. And that's what they're going to remember.
It's cuddles, man. It's cuddle time. Take the opportunity. Mimi, thank you so much. Thanks to your kids. They've done an amazing job for us this morning. Really, really creative ways of engaging with your children. Just have a little bit of fun. It's been a stressful year. Use this opportunity to reconnect and really bond with your little ones and have a huge amount of fun in the process. This is how you can creatively parent without breaking the bank.
Well, we are in the kitchen, and that means something delicious is about to happen. So whether you build your own or get it ready-made, Trifle should be the hero of your dessert table this year. Now, all the ingredients you need for the most scrumptious trifle are featured in Woolies' Daily Difference so that your Christmas table can still be festive and delicious. Now, Clem Pedro joins us in studio to show us how he's going to make his trifle. This is a, if I think trifle, I think Christmas time.
Yeah, it's the only time we actually have it.
Yes.
So I feel like paying it a little bit of extra attention really pays off.
Yeah.
And what we're going to do is we're going to go in with some fresh berries, some Swiss roll. You can use Madeira. You can actually use any cake filling. So if you want like chocolate cake and you want to do an all chocolate trifle, totally go for it. This one is very, very simple. And I've actually replicated the one that is from Daily Difference.
There we go.
Pretty sure they're getting a shot of that right now.
Amazing.
So it's beautiful. And I think this year for our trifles, don't use those shallow little bowls. Use something quite grand. Use like your mom's biggest vase.
You go a vase,
Just
like
use,
what you would normally put flowers in.
Yeah, exactly. I think so.
Just wash it beforehand.
Take the flowers out, wash it, and then use it. So make it like a nice big centerpiece. So I found this in the back storeroom, and then Kelly and Neba started this for me already. What they did was they put the jelly in, and they set it. Some people like adding the liquid jelly to the sponge. I think it's set that way. That's fine, but then you kind of lose the texture of your sponge.
Yes,
so I like
it becomes soggy, and you kind of want that.
You do want that?
No, I said you kind of want that texture from the Swiss roll or your sponge cake. You don't want it to be soggy. I like the different texture.
Yes, exactly. So what I've done is I've also added a few raspberries to it because everything's from Daily Difference. That's what's amazing about this trifle. So shop everything now and then just freeze the berries even and make a berry coulis out of it and use it then. So I'm going for the Swiss roll, and I prefer Swiss roll because it's got that caramel in the center and the cream already. So it's extra flavor.
So you just chop that up neatly, and I love like the organization when it comes to a trifle.
Oh wow, pressure.
There's certain steps.
Okay, I wasn't gonna go that detail, but now I feel like you put it out there, so.
It needs to look visually appealing too, because if you mix all those layers wrong, it can become one big mush.
And I feel that's why people sometimes go like, no, I don't like trifle. It's because there's such what should be a dish full of texture becomes just one big
mush.
Exactly.
And you want to eat with your eyes, so you want to see, okay, I'm about to have the jelly and the raspberries. I'm about to have some sponge cake.
Exactly. So.
And you want to taste that in every bite.
So
that's a good trifle.
That's a good trifle. I'm gonna grab the cloth from the side.
Okay, there
so
you
what
go.
I've done now, with the Swiss roll is I packed it around the side and I packed it in the center. It's gonna be a basket for our custard. Okay, I'm gonna start on the custard.
Go for it.
Can you start on the cream?
Yes.
So chilled cream, and here's the important thing. This festive season, when you're trying to whip cream and the cream just won't thicken, chances are your cream's not cold. And it's quite hot around the festive season, and cream really can't whip if it's too warm.
Okay.
So chill your bowl, pop it in the freezer, chill your cream, and then start trying to whip.
Can I go for it?
Go for it. I'm gonna take that. You can add a bit of sugar to it to sweeten it.
Already?
Already.
Okay.
I'm gonna add some. It's like you could have told me that in the beginning. Okay, I'm taking some vanilla custard. You could make your own as well, but I feel like no, just buy the custard.
You know, that's my theory. This year's been hard enough. They've done all the work for you. Just buy it. It's so much easier.
Just buy it, absolutely. Okay, I'm gonna add some flavor to the custard. I'm gonna use these blackberries going in. And it's kind of a surprise, because as you get that like nice tart berry in the center, and then you get that nice creaminess of the custard. How you doing?
I'm going good. How stiff must the cream be?
I want it kind of like when you use a spoon and you pick it up, that it really holds.
Okay.
Then you're good. So I've used the raspberry. No, actually I use strawberry for the base of my jelly, but you can kind of make it your own. I feel like strawberry is the classic.
Yes.
Or, I mean, like pineapple, sure, fine, all good other flavors. You can create little layers of jelly if you wanted to. I'm going to go classic with the strawberry. How you doing?
Go classic with the strawberry. Okay, I'll keep...
So...
I want to hear what you're saying.
I know, so I'm going to shout. So Zoe told me she likes trifle like this, without the cream.
I said, well, the thing is also... So, okay, this is no dig at my family, but... The cream ends up everywhere and it just becomes overpowering. So my favorite trifles are generally the ones that are organized, like our finished product over there, or the ones that just doesn't include cream.
Okay, yeah. I like that, and I think that's pretty cool. What I've also done, you can go, I'm going to talk loud again.
Okay.
What I've also done is I've got these amazing sprinkles, and they're soft-scented. So you're not going to lose a filling this festive season. And I've got some gold glitter, because like I said, it is the one time we can go over the top.
Yes.
So I'm going to dust some of the raspberries.
Is this stiff enough?
It's looking good, it's looking good, it's looking good. I'm actually going to, let me just use that. Yeah, perfect.
Okay, so obviously at home you'll go a little bit more.
A little bit more.
I feel like we're in a bit of a rush right
It's going to sit in the fridge, so don't worry too much.
Oh, that looks good.
Oh, and like the thing about a trifle, make it the day before, even make it 2 days in advance. It's going to be even better.
That was going to be my next question, is how far in advance can you make it? Because all of these ingredients and the steps to this recipe, it is available on our website. That's expressoshow.com.
Oh, so yeah, 2 days, a day before, just give it a chance, everything to kind of marry.
Do you add nuts? Like, I feel like my family always adds some almonds, like shaved, like almond pieces.
Do that, add the nuts on there, whatever topping you want. You know that little flaky flake chocolate on the top, make it your own. This is so amazing. We've got 2 trifles that we're going to get through today. Because we're talking cheese, so we need something sweet to go with it. Have you been practicing your cheesy jokes? You actually said, I'm still giggling inside from the one joke that I think it's so not funny that it's funny. Do you want to...
I'll say it because it's not funny. This was like my go-to childhood joke as a 7-year-old, so keep that in mind when I tell you the joke. So I'm going to ask you, sê gou eiers.
Eiers.
Jou ma bak 'n koek.
What? It doesn't make any sense. Graham's in the back going...
Like, it doesn't make sense. That was my go-to joke. The cameramen are shaking their head, and it's terrible. I did warn you. I was 7 when I came up with that joke. But you know what? It is also time for us to create a happy little moment for one of our lucky viewers, because she is walking away with a 500 Rand Woolies voucher. Now, I'm going to get the crew together because we're going to say congratulations to Katie Paring. Congratulations!
Congratulations, Katie!
We hope you enjoy the shopping. And if you at home want to stand a chance to win a 500 Rand Woolies voucher too, just make sure you hop on over to the competition post that's on the Expresso Facebook or Twitter page and tell us, what are your favorite Woolies Trifle ingredients? It's a very easy question, and don't forget to include those hashtags, #Woolies Christmas, and the competition closes at 9 a.m. today, so hurry up. Those T's and C's can be found on our website, expressoshow.com.
The season to give. This Christmas, it's all about appreciating those happy little moments.
That's exciting.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to it, your feel-good breakfast show. It is Expresso live on SABC3 on this, the 16th of December, Day of Reconciliation in South Africa. Happy public holiday. Now, we're joined by R&B and soul singing sensation. His name is Nathan Daniels, who's been living abroad. He's been making a name for himself in Europe, and he's inspired by the sounds and styles of Motown, the glorious sounds of Motown, 90s R&B, jazz, funk, and sophisticated pop. Oh, yes. Nathan's latest single, I Choose, has peaked at number 23 on the UK's top 200 R&B charts, and his video has received over 120,000 views. That's a lot of views. And Nathan now hopes that his music will resonate, inspire, and bring much joy to South Africans. And the singer, songwriter, and producer joins us in studio this morning to tell us all about his music. Nathan Daniels, good morning and welcome to South Africa.
Good morning. Thank you very much, guys, for having me here.
Yeah, it is amazing to see you do so good, you know, in the UK space. 23 on their top hits. What does it feel like to receive that love and just have your sound resonate on an international level?
Look, it's obviously it's an amazing feeling. It's fulfilling, but it also just sort of gives you the confidence that you can go for more. Yeah. You know? So yeah, I mean, I was overwhelmed, but I'm super excited about what could still happen. You know?
Well, you've dropped such an incredible song. I mean, the single I Choose is really fantastic. I mean, you really just do buzz hearing it. What was the inspiration behind the song? I'm always so keen to hear the story behind the music.
When I started with the music itself, it just had this sort of, if you listen to the percussion, it's thriving. It's like you never stop, you know, even if it gets tough. And essentially the song I Choose is about choosing to live a selfless life And when you make that decision, it doesn't always mean that it's going to be easy, you know, so you've got to keep on pushing. So that was the idea behind the song, is to say that this is the right choice, go for it, and you're going to get trouble, you're going to get all of these stumbling blocks, but keep on pushing. Some friends have also said it sounds like a song that should be on a soundtrack to a movie.
I mean, you can hear it. It does sound like that. You do hear that coming through. Wow.
Put it out there. And I feel like that song is so perfect for the year. Everyone's had such a tough year. But we spoke briefly about your journey. Share that with South Africa, about living in Spain, your partner, 20 years together.
20 years together. I was sharing with Jamie that I went over to Spain in 2001. I met my wife the very first week.
That you went there?
Yes.
Well, you were a man on a mission. You didn't waste any time meeting the ladies.
We were just supposed to be friends for the first 6 months. At least that's what she said. And I'm like, cool, this is cool, friends. And then after that, there was something that happened. I was like, okay, we need to say goodbye. And I just remember feeling this emptiness. And I'm like, okay, well, this can't be goodbye. And the rest is history, as they say. So living in Spain has been nice. Spain has been very kind to me. It sort of turned into my musical school. And obviously with the type of work that we do, you're on stage every evening, so you just grow as an artist, as a person, you know, and that's nice.
And do you speak a lot of Polish? Because I mean, if you've been there for as many years as you've been there, surely you must be fluent.
I speak less Polish than when I speak Spanish. I'm fluent in Spanish.
Are you fluent in Spanish?
I'm just saying everything that I know there.
Exactly.
And when you are in Spain and really just living it up, do you miss South Africa, or do you forget about us?
Of course I do, but the nice thing is because I'm surrounded by a lot of South Africans, because my wife and I, we recruit a lot of people, we take over, we go work in Spain, so I'm always surrounded. So there's constantly speaking in Afrikaans, so the references is nice. So, we're just having a ball of a time when we're on that side, so it's nice.
Besides also coming back to South Africa, your brother's also a very famous actor. I believe he was in Dollar and White Pipes, Four Corners, all of that. What is that relationship like, also just being in an entertainment family?
My brother's a very good reference for me. It's a good way of checking in, you know. The one thing about him is I think he must be like the most humble person that I know. And he's got some nice accolades also to his name. But yet he also feels that just checking in with the family is sort of just that way of measuring where are you as a person. And just yesterday we had this conversation, me, him, my younger brother, and a friend of his. And we were just saying, you know, if you can't say something to your mother, what you're doing, it means you're doing something wrong. So we're always doing that type of thing, you know, but it's nice. And we dreamt together when we were younger. I remember him saying, eendag had ek op die TV wees, en ik had zo slow motion wees as ik loop, and he's doing this thing. And his first scene on television, Dollars and White Pipes, it's him getting out of this beam with a long jacket and it's slow motion, and I'm like, wow.
Cake, Jelle. This is incredible. Okay, well, let's talk about your music, because this is really exciting for me. You have, and we'll chat about it some more, but of course, your sort of global, international experience must have influenced your sound in such a big, big way, and I'm really keen to hear all about that. And of course, you're going to be performing for us, and we can spend all day chatting to Nathan, who is going absolutely nowhere, so he is here on your Feel Good Breakfast show. Right now, though, it is time to find out what's happening in the world. Here is the news.
Thank you, Tabi. So it's now 7 o'clock. Let's jump into your national headlines. The Western Cape Department of Health says the province continues to see a marked increase in COVID-19 cases, well above levels in the first wave. Most concerning is the increase in hospitalizations and deaths. The head of the department, Dr. Keith Kluter, says hospitalizations and proportion positive numbers are headed towards levels seen at the peak of the first wave. Meanwhile, the country has recorded 7,552 new cases in the past 24 hours, bringing the total number to 873,679 and 210 fatalities. The death toll is now 23,661. And staying with local news, Police Minister Beki Cele has warned that businesses breaking COVID-19 protocols will be fined 5,000 rand. He's issued the warning after President Cyril Ramaphosa on Monday night tightened regulations to minimize super spreader events this festive season. Cele says strong action would be taken against concerns not complying. He added that should a company repeatedly break COVID-19 protocols, it could be suspended for 3 months. We now move to news abroad, where a top member of US President Donald Trump's Republican Party, the Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell, has congratulated Joe Biden on winning the presidential election last month. McConnell spoke after the Electoral College formally confirmed Biden's victory over Trump. The Democrat won 306 Electoral College votes to Trump's 232. McConnell also congratulated Kamala Harris and said all Americans can take pride that the nation has a female vice president-elect for the very first time. Meanwhile, Trump still refuses to concede. And a man identifying himself as the leader of Nigeria's Boko Haram said yesterday the Islamist group was behind the abduction of more than 300 schoolboys in northwestern Nigeria. This as anxious parents pleaded with the government to secure their release. Pupils who escaped by jumping over the school's fence and fleeing through a forest said the attackers were armed with AK-47 assault rifles. No video footage was released of the missing boys. And next, the organisation that's always willing to step up to the plate. The Gift of the Givers never backs away, whether it's helping farmers suffering in drought-stricken areas or sinking boreholes for townfolk without water, or providing continued assistance in the Eastern Cape where coronavirus infections are again on the upsurge. As now, this amazing organisation is equipping several outlying hospitals in the Eastern Province in order to reduce the number of patients being referred to the Nelson Mandela Bay Metro. This help alleviates pressure on exhausted healthcare workers. A disused wing of the Settlers Hospital in Makanda has also been converted to a COVID-19 isolation facility. Beds, mattresses, blankets and personal protective equipment have also been provided. In addition, Gift of the Givers has supplied 15 beds for the Willowmore Hospital, 20 beds for the Marjorie Parks Hospital in Graafrenet. It is also, in fact, supplying PPE for no less than 40 hospitals in the Eastern Cape. How blessed many South Africans are to have an organisation of this calibre which never omits to step up to the plate to assist those whose needs are great. Well, a big thank you to them and everyone doing some incredible work during these trying times. Well, on that note, that's where I leave your morning headlines. Let's quickly take another look at your sport.
Thanks, Zoe. Let's start here in South Africa in the CSA 4-day domestic clash at the Mangwang Oval in Bloemfontein. The Knights leg spinner Sean van Berg dominating with 5 for 93 to see the Lions restricted to 262 in their first innings, deficit of 210 runs, but take nothing away from a brilliant unbeaten century from Rassie van der Dis and a dogged 107 from 203 deliveries. Then down at St George's Park in Port Elizabeth, Calvin Savage, the man of the moment, inspired a dramatic afternoon collapse yesterday for the Warriors, who lost 6 for just 48 runs to be restricted to 325, that leaving the Cape Cobras a fourth innings target of 265. So at the crease as we speak, opener Janneman Milan on 44 and Kyle Verreynne now looking to build on his 97 in the first innings. All that action will resume today at 10 a.m. Then plenty of action at the top of the table in the PSL last night, but more woes for Chiefs, losing 2-1 to SuperSport United at the Lucas Moripe Stadium, thanks to a late first-half goal by Bradley Grobler, and then another by Sipho Mbule to open the second half. Lebogang Manyama able to capitalise on only one of many opportunities with a late penalty, but Chiefs left languishing now on 12th position on the log. Cape Town City, they won the Cape Derby with Stellenbosch FC 2-1, and Mamelodi Sundowns continued their climb at the summit with a 2-0 win over TS Galaxy. Zwane continuing his form with one of the goals to see the Brazilians now 2 above Swallows. Tonight, Benny McCarthy opens his account as the new manager of Amazulu Zulu. That's up against Golden Arrows, kicking off at 5:30. And then finally, in the English Premier League last night, not even a late penalty overturned would deny Wolves a very hard-fought win over Frank Lampard's Chargers at the Molineux, with the winner coming via Pedro Neto as late as the 95th minute. Despite a brilliant volley by Olivier Giroud, Chelsea unable to execute any real game plan against a Wolves team clearly ready to dig deep without the services of Raul. Their equaliser, a superb piece of skill from Daniel Podence. In other results, continuing the trend of rather surprise draws, Man City were held 1-1 by West Bromwich Albion. Then tonight, bumper lineup of games, starting with Leicester up against Everton, but undoubtedly headlined by the top of the table clash between Spurs and Liverpool. That one, a late start at 10 p.m. South African time. We'll touch on those headlines one more time on the top of the hour around 8 o'clock, but right now, let's take a look at our beautiful country through your lens.
And we asked you to send in your sunrise photos on our Facebook page, and you guys have definitely pulled through. Now, we need to give credit where credit is due, and we received a photo from an account called He's Black who sent us this gorgeously constructed image of a sunrise in Bronkhorstspruit in Gauteng. Now, you can expect an afternoon of thunder showers or two with a maximum of 23 degrees. And then Joan Cameron sent through her sunrise view from Britannia Bay, where you can expect comfortable conditions that reaching a cool 23 degrees for today. Now, you too can also contribute to our weather report by capturing how your sunrise looks from your part of the country, and please do so on the Expresso Facebook page. Some interesting news from down under. Australian authorities yesterday issued evacuation warnings for low-lying towns in the northern New South Wales as storms continued to batter the nation's east coast. Emergency officials said they had fielded some 150 calls for assistance in 24 hours. Huge swells pummeled the coast of New South Wales and southeast Queensland, causing major erosion. Byron Bay, a popular holiday resort, has all but disappeared, locals said. Meteorologists say the system has already released an amount of rain similar to a cyclone, about 1,000 millimeters over 4 days. Now, Australia is currently experiencing a La Nina weather pattern, which typically brings more rainfall and tropical cyclones during the country's summer. On that note, let's quickly look at your temperatures here in South Africa. If you're in Polokwane, a low of 17 with a high of 22 can be expected. Mbombela, 18, reaching a high of 22. Thunder showers in Pretoria with a high of 25. Johannesburg, similar with a high of 24. If you're in Mahikeng, 17 is your low, 30 your high. Klerksdorp, 16, reaching a high of 31. Warm, sunny conditions in Kimberley with a high of 34. Bloemfontein, 16, reaching a high of 32. Partly cloudy in Richards Bay today with a high of 27. Cloudy conditions in Pietermaritzburg, a low of 15, a high of 24. A 61% chance of rain in Durban today with a high of 26. Mthatha, 14, reaching a high of 26. Partly cloudy in East London, 17 with a high of 24. Sunny conditions in Cradock with a high of 32. Port Elizabeth, your low is 17, your high 24. George, 14, reaching a high of 23. It's partly cloudy in Cape Town today with a low of 16, a high of 24. Sunny conditions in Worcester with a high of 36. Sutherland, 11, reaching a high of 31, and Uppington, your low for today is 21 and your high 38 degrees Celsius. That's where I leave your weather for now. A final update coming your way shortly after 8.
You are certainly in for a treat this morning. Taking to the floor, Nathan Daniels is ready to perform his hit song, I Choose, that is currently making strides towards the top of the charts in the UK. Now, the song is all about the realization that there is more satisfaction in giving than receiving, and this perfectly sums up the holiday season, as Christmas time is certainly all about giving and sharing with those around us. And this song, may have required Nathan to step out of his comfort zone, but we are glad that he's done so because it has become a runaway success. Nathan, without any further ado, take it away.
Thank you very much, Amy.
It's out of my love for you that I choose to do the things things you're asking me to. You deserve the best of me. There's no other I want to please. My life doesn't belong to me. You can have it all. I'm ready to follow your lead. I want to hear what you say every hour of every day. So come heal my mind, I pray. Won't you clear the clutter away? My life doesn't belong to me. You're in control, ready to follow your lead. No, I don't want it back. It's all in your hands. Nothing holds up to your plans. Most of my days I spent chasing some empty dream, way too much faking. But now and then, my life doesn't belong to me. You can have it all. I'm ready to follow your lead. My life doesn't belong to me. You're in control. Take me to my destiny. My life doesn't belong to me. Come and take over. Let the love flow into me. It's out of my love for you that I choose to do the things you're asking me to. You deserve the best of me. There's no other I want to please.
Thank you, guys.
With his single I Choose. That was amazing. I can certainly see why it is hitting that UK chart. And now just here to entertain us here in South Africa as well. Thank you so much for that. But you are still staying with us. You're on your Feel Good Breakfast Show, so you don't want to go anywhere. We'll see you in a moment.
Thank you.
Here's to you, can't work from home workers. Bo Terminator. Cause every meeting key, I'll be back. The mask forgetting shoppers. Hi. And you, who go the extra mile instead of keeping just 1.5 meters. To you who opened your doors again, we take our hats off. Nina, who kept us moving, 100%. And of course, the no Mayini general dealers. You might not be essential workers, Mara, you too played an essential role in keeping Mzansi working. And that's why we're giving you a chance to win your share of 5 million rand. Join Nedbank today.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast show, Expresso, here on SABC3. If you've just joined us, well, you are just in time to find out which movies to look forward to, as some trailers have actually dropped recently.
Oh,
right?
yeah, no, these are coming thick and fast still. So while we're not necessarily getting the stuff on big screen, there's still a lot of studios buying and making and distributing movies in years to come. In fact, what's quite scary, I think, for a lot of smaller businesses, especially, or smaller producers, is that now there's a lot of battle for real estate in 2021, since a lot of stuff was pushed from this year.
I see.
So we're talking about two small ones to begin with, at least comparatively small to larger things like Wonder Woman coming out this week and whatever.
Yeah.
And you said that, you know, when you like to watch movies, you said you prefer to switch off your brain.
Yeah, I want to switch off. I don't necessarily want to focus and think and follow the storyline.
You're into like escapism, as they refer to it, like flights of fantasy. And...
Yes, fantasy.
Okay, look, well, you'll get your dessert afterwards. For now, you have to eat your veg. So we're going to do the serious stuff first.
True. So we're starting off with The Dry.
The Dry, or I believe it's The Droy in the native Australian language. No, I'm being stupid, don't worry. So Eric Bana on the poster is a good start there. Eric Bana is a dude who most people might know as the Hulk from the 2003 version of the Hulk movie, where he played the big green dude. Eric Bana, however, you all need to watch Munich by Steven Spielberg. The dude was marvelous in that. Instantly, I can see that some of these shots are inspired by True Detective, and I think that will draw, The Dry will draw some of those types of fans. It is the story based on a best-selling book by, her name is Jane Harper. She's an Australian novelist. This was her debut, and apparently it rocked the literary world. Eric Bana plays a guy who is returning to his small town after 20 years. And now he's a big federal detective, Australia's version of the FBI, basically, or the FBI, no, again, that's my bad Australian accent. Goes back to his old dorpy, and people are giving him the cold shoulder there. I think partly because he's taken to the city boy life, he's almost left them behind kind of thing, and this poor dorp has been suffering drought after drought, and this might be one of the reasons why a childhood friend of his might have committed suicide and violently taken his whole family with him, because this happens sometimes in agriculture. The stuff gets so pressurizing. He is not convinced, though, that it's a suicide, and he wants to reopen the case, and this stirs nonsense in this town. Who, you know, sometimes these small towns just want to keep the peace. You just want to bury the hatchet, keep the skeleton in the closet type thing. He's not content with that, though. Eric Bana has his own dark past in the town, where it's possible he might have lied about the drowning, I'm doing air quotes at this point, of a girl who knew this friend of his. So is this friend who likely, possibly either committed suicide or had revenge taken against them? Yes. What is it, a revenge killing against him and his family for the killing of this girl many years before? It looks like it stays very slow and, you know, is a nice, slow, dry burn for the longest time, and then comes like to an explosive head. The way like True Detective did. So if you're into that kind of slow burner criminal, like digging under the... the dirt and the dust of the past that we try to repress and cover up, then maybe this is for you. The Drive is no day for
I would actually enjoy this. I live for this kind of drama, small town kind of stories, and layering it and getting into the crickum crankum at the end of the
We've got so much skitter in our small town. I don't know half of what I should know about my own family. I could be related to anyone.
Hey, let's not unpack those things. But now the second trailer that we're checking out is To the Ends of the Earth.
Sometimes you don't have to go to a dorp. Sometimes you go to Uzbekistan. Kiyoshi Kurosawa is a fantastic filmmaker. Kiyoshi Kurosawa, you would not have the director who won the Oscar this year, Bong Joon-ho. You would not have Parasite without this director. This is a main influence for Bong Joon-ho. And so he's a kind of director who does very Kubrickian kind of, you're not sure it's horror on the face of it, but the horror is just the mood. It's just the sense of things. This functions, as you can see, more as like a drama and like an overcoming your fears type thing. So it's not directly horror, but a lot of critics are like, we're not sure if it is horror, but we do like it. In fact, there are a lot of acclaimed critics saying they're not totally sure what To the Ends of the Earth was, but it really touched them in a fascinating way. Starting off with, Akiko Ashizawa is the cinematographer of To the Ends of the Earth, and every movie that they've done for Kurosawa, beautifully framed, such beautiful, beautiful camera work. I can see our camera operators looking up at the screen as it is already, but To the Ends of the Earth deals with this young lady, and this might resonate with you. She's a TV personality. She does tourism type stuff where she's like, hey, I'm in this place this week, this locale, but she's also been forced to push down these other desires. She wants to be a singer, but her director just keeps her in this sort of hamster wheel of no, do it again, you're not happy enough, etc., etc. So Kurosawa does these movies where he finds people who do absolutely normal jobs that seem like they're totally predictable. Then there's like a psychological break at some point where the person has enough and then she runs off into the hills of Uzbekistan and faces the fears of her introversion, her anxiety, and all these other things. And like I said, a lot of critics are saying, we're not totally sure what this is, but
I'm not
it's
sure
beautiful.
what I'm meant to feel kind of vibe.
He does that a lot, this director. So watch all of his movies and maybe you find To the Ends of the Earth when it comes to South Africa, probably with a country festival like Japanese Film Festival next year.
These are fantastic picks, JP Sebastian. Thank you so much. But he's not going anywhere because a little later on we're going to unpack some more movie trailers that we can look forward to, especially this festive season.
The mindless
right
fun.
now, though, let's get back into the kitchen to see what the guys have in store. What are you guys doing in the kitchen?
Get your 100% goodness with Crush. Scratch and stand the chance to win hundreds of goodness prizes for 100 days with hashtag Crush100.
Made with love by Clover.
What's cooking, good looking? What's a movie without a young snack? A trifle without a fabulous red berry jelly is simply not a trifle. Just like a turkey without a dollop of our Crush 100% Merry Berry Jelly. That's how you got to say it. It's not a festive turkey, but before we show you how easy it is to make your very own berry delicious jelly, we have to announce our Daily Crush 100% Goodness winner, who is walking away with a brand spanking new veggie bullet. Drum roll, please! Congratulations, and Slapo Tikeza. Well done. You're a winner. You're a winner, baby. We hope that you're going to make some delicious recipes using your veggie bullets. You can get right on making this incredible recipe as well. So we are, as I said, going to be making something that's very, very, very delicious.
Very delicious
Very
indeed.
delicious.
So we are starting off with our focus ingredients, which are our berries, including our Clover Crush 100% with the cranberry juice. So we've got cranberries here that we've soaked overnight with a bit of water. We've got strawberries, and we're going to put it all into...
we're gonna just blitz it all together.
Yes,
and this, when we're talking about a jelly, we're not talking about a jelly in the gelatin sense. This is a jelly, the kind of jelly you'll put on your turkey. It's something that's sweet, but this isn't quite like a jam, although this is quite similar to how you make a jam. A jam you'll cook for a lot longer, but this has got a bit of a tart vibe to it because you want something that's a bit of sweet, a bit of sour. It's to cut through the richness of the meat or to add a little extra zingy zing zing.
Zingy zing zing.
Is there a reason why you left one strawberry?
It fell
Is
out.
that for you to eat?
Oh, no.
Because this recipe
You're
calls for
2 cups of
it
strawberries.
calls for 2 cups of strawberries. We've got just under 2 cups of strawberries because someone couldn't resist eating a few strawberries
make you happy.
beforehand. There we go.
And then a little bit of our Clover Crush 100% goodness, our cranberry flavour. Look at that, it's actually perfect.
On the zone.
Hits the
your
mark.
intuition is
There we go.
perfect. So this we're going to blitz together. You want it to be quite fine, not too chunky because...
We are going to reduce it in the pan. Here we go.
I think that's all right. You still want a few little bits and pieces in there, some of the fruit
There we go.
help to be present.
So I'm going to add some sugar to our pan.
Okay. That's
As
a
well
cup of sugar. Oh, that's so fresh.
I love it. This
So
is like
fresh.
a smoothie on its own as well. Then we simply add it here.
And this, the cooking time may vary because you're going to cook it down. You're just going to reduce it, cook it slowly. Don't cook it too fast because obviously the sugars in there are going to burn and you don't want that. You don't want it to caramelize too quickly. But the idea is you want it to really reduce and cook down till it forms a jelly-like texture. So as I said, it's not quite a jam. It's not as sweet as a jam, which will have a lot more sugar in it. This is going to have a bit of a tartness. And especially when you're having like a roast or something that's got a really rich meat, you want to cut through that with something. And this is the perfect additive. And a bit of sweet with turkey goes beautifully, but it's not going to be too sweet.
And this berry jelly is also, it looks amazing that, you know, when you're just like hosting people in the sense that the family's there, it's not really lunchtime yet, and you put some cheese out.
Oh,
and this can also be
yeah.
like a nice little preserve.
Oh, yeah.
Acts as a preserve.
And please stay tuned for the Culinary Hotline. Bling!
Ting, ting, ting.
I thought I could catch you out because we are going to be talking cheeses. Cheeses for glory. We absolutely love it. But there you have it. There's our very nice Christmas jelly. Not only is it 100% tasty and festive, but it's also packed with 100% goodness with Crush. You can visit expressoshow.com for the full recipe.
Are you ready to stand a chance to win 100% goodness prizes with Crush, such as Nutri Bullets, Veggie Bullets, Trifle kitchen appliances, bar fridges, skincare products, fitness products, and vouchers? 100% you are. 100% goodness winners will be announced daily on Expresso from Monday to Friday from September through December. To enter, buy Crush promo packs. See the back of the label to scratch, and if you find a unique code, dial the USSD number on the pack to stand a chance to win immediate prizes or go into the grand prize draw. If you do not find a unique code, keep buying Crush to find the hidden codes. Crush is 100% fruity, fresh, tasty, and refreshing.
Made with love by Clover. Oh, you can make my day.
It's great to be outside, loving your green spaces, enjoying the transformation you can bring about with your hands. Make Stihl part of your sweet summer magic, because with Stihl, summer is better. And so is your home. Bring nature home with Stihl.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Christmas is less than 10 days away, and if you haven't already, now is the time to get the perfect gift for that special man in your life. Tabitha and Graham are joining me in the studio this morning to talk about male gifting and how to choose that perfect gift for the special man in your life. Good morning.
What's going on here? Well, this is really awesome.
First of all, you steal our job.
Are we the special men in your life?
You
Knox?
definitely are. It's like a takeover while you're the special man in my life. It's all very confusing.
First of all, which Knox am I talking to here? Because Knox looks so gorgeous and different every time I see her. But this excites me.
Yeah, it is.
Because
I mean,
it's been a year.
It has been a year. And if we were to talk about it, what is on your wish list this year?
Ooh, wish list in terms of gifts.
Yes, gifts.
I think for me, definitely scents. I think that I'm very much getting into scents, whether it's candles for the home and having those scented candles for when you really are relaxing, because it really has been a tough year. Or if you're looking at like different colognes. That becomes very, very important. So that's, for me, I think, at the top of my list.
Self-care. I'm taking care of my skin.
Yeah.
I'm going to be getting out and hopefully kind of, just being in nature a lot more over this festive break. So something that's going to feed back in what the sun and nature is taking out. All about that self-care.
Well, I love that. You guys have got the right energy. So
good.
I've got some surprise for you right here. So if the ladies can please come in. I just think like, yeah, guys.
What is happening? What is happening?
Oh, you naughty elf.
Brilliant gifts. So if you guys, ladies, if you can hand over these amazing gifts. Now, I want you. Thank you. It's so festive up, guys. It's so
cool. Thanks, Knox. Thanks, ladies.
Thanks, guys.
What do you think it is? Like, just based on a look and feel, what do you think it could be?
I think this is popcorn in here. It feels like popcorn. Are we allowed to open?
I don't want to break it.
I think it's time.
Can I open? Are we allowed?
Yeah. It really does feel like popcorn. I mean, I will try if it is popcorn.
Do you think I buy you popcorn?
When I felt the weight of it, I should have known. Wow, look at
what
that.
Is it?
A Nevada for him.
What is it? Oh, wow. Okay.
Oh, beautiful. Top notes, fresh, green, citrusy, spicy and fruity. Heart notes, spicy, watery, and heliotrope, which you're going to have to explain to me. Soul notes, woody, ambery, musk, and moss.
We want to
beautiful.
That is
Hang on.
cool. And I got a toiletry or travel toiletry bag.
Yes.
Right? It
You
is
travel
so
a lot
cool.
with fragrances.
Because the fragrances have to live somewhere,
Exactly.
right? This is so cool.
And to do so in style.
But the nice thing, and this is so spot on. Thank you so much, Knox. Thanks so much, ladies, because really I do travel a lot, and I find that sometimes I have my cosmetics and my sort of toiletries in the suitcase falling apart, and some things, you know, sometimes sort of like spill into my clothes. Those days are gone.
Yeah.
They are gone.
Right?
Smell.
Have a little gander in that. Nevada.
Now, I love the fact that it's aromatic. It's very like spicy.
Nice.
This is great
Yeah,
for like time in your life.
It's very masculine.
Yes.
It's very masculine. What is and heliotrope? What do you know what heliotrope is?
I'm not too sure, but I mean, of course, this gives us a deep dive.
Everyone's going to finish your gift now, H. We're all just like having a go there.
But
this is so cool.
It's
what
not
a great
unisex.
combination
It's
of
for him. Okay? It says for him. Okay, on the box.
Absolutely. I'm so glad that you like your gifts, guys. Absolutely.
This is a beautiful wash bag. Thank you.
Definitely. So the festive season is a time for giving, sharing and celebrating. So celebrate that special man in your life by gifting him with the perfect gift from Woolworths. You can shop all of this and more at Woolworths, in-store, online or on the Woolies app. Festive shopping.
Why don't you just take our job? Just take our job.
I take that for myself. It's going to be for him and her.
Okay, so maybe it's time to fill it up nicely. You've got the body wash. You've got the face wash.
We're very festive in studio today, and I feel like there's one person that said it best. Alfred Austin, I'm quoting, to say, "The glory of gardening, hands in the dirt, head in the sun, heart with nature. To nature, a garden is to feed not just on the body, but the soul." What a wonderful quote. Now, our garden guru, Tanya Visser, shares some tips on how to keep our gardens looking immaculate, a trick on repurposing leaves, and the difference the right tools can make so that you, and at least all of us, can #bring nature home.
Not fun at all. Guys, I'm Tanya Visser, your garden guru, and we're here to give you a few tips to keep your garden in tip-top shape. Folks, we've all got these leaves in our garden, whether you've got an evergreen tree or deciduous tree. What's the difference? Very quickly, evergreen supposedly doesn't lose its leaves, but it throws its leaves off all year round. A deciduous tree loses its leaves over a 2-month period, normally in the autumn months. I much prefer deciduous tree because it shakes itself off, makes a mess for 2 months of the year, and I get to use those leaves for some very special applications in my garden. You might be thinking, but leaves, Tanya? Well, what on earth are you going to use them for? Well, guys, this here can save you loads of money. This we can turn into something that I like calling golden compost. So the first thing we need to do is to collect all these leaves. As I said, raking can be a real drag. So instead of taking hours of our time, which none of us have, let's find something far more efficient to do the job with. Guys, this tool changed my life. From a job that would normally take an hour of raking down to a couple of minutes, plus I just love doing it. But this job is made so much easier because the product I'm using is cordless, battery operated, lightweight, and most importantly, quiet, so the neighbors won't complain. Quick and easy. You'll notice that some of the leaves are blown into the garden bed, and that's perfect because into the garden bed, they start making a mulch. Now, mulch is wonderful because it adds to the humic content of the soil as it starts breaking down. But most importantly, what do we do with this big pile here? And I've got the perfect solution for you folks because this we are going to turn into something that you are going to want to make bags and bags of because it's going to add such value to your garden. So what we need is a black bag, a black bin bag, yeah? We've all got one of those. And all we do here is we're going to just throw all the leaves, little sticks like this, just break them up and throw them into the bag. There's nothing technical about this, guys, nothing technical at all. And you can fill the bag up about halfway with the leaves that you have blown into a beautiful pile. Right. All right. Next up, I want you to do this. Now, we recently cut the lawn and we've got some lovely grass clippings. Now, this is optional. You don't have to do this. So, in these go. In fact, we'll just empty this whole lot in here. Get that in. Green lawn clippings. Okay, and then next up, we just take some newspaper, tear it into strips, and pop it into the bag. Throw it in, and let's show you what happens next. Right, folks, so we've got our black bag full of our leaves, torn up newspaper, and our grass clippings. All we need to do now is add a bit of water. So we wet it right through. And when you're adding water to the dry leaves, the dry newspaper, well, all that we're doing is we're encouraging the composting process. Right, folks, now that that is done, look at that. The bag is all the way down to about half capacity. All I want you to do is get all the air out, tie it up, punch 1 or 2 holes in the base, and then store it in a place where nobody is going to mistake this for rubbish and throw it away. Because this, my friends, is going to be worth loads of happy gardening. In approximately 3 to 4 months, go back to your black bag and open it up and look at the transformation. The leaves have started rotting down, and with a couple of more months, this little guy is going to turn into what we call beautiful leaf mold. Now, this can get added to your potting soil, it can be added as a mulch around your pots, and simply used even to germinate seeds in. It's a wonderful addition to any garden. Well, there you have it, folks. Something that is unwanted and rather painful in one's garden can get turned into something amazing. Beautiful leaf mold, taking a leaf from 0 to hero. Catch you the same time tomorrow, where we take you through the 101 of how to hedge or not to hedge.
To hedge or not to hedge? That's the question. Tanya Visser giving us some interesting insights on what to do with those leaves in your garden. Thank you for that. That's incredible.
Yeah, and absolutely, it's just a perfect gifting idea for Christmas. Coming in, anything from Stiel is something you want to get your hands off. Do you have green fingers?
I like to think I have, but I'm slowly getting there. Slowly getting there. I've managed to keep a speckboom alive.
Well, that's good then, right?
They're easy to keep alive, so it doesn't take anything.
This December, one Expresso viewer, one chance to win access to movies for a year to the value of 15,000 Rand. Going to the movies will never be the same. This will make one epic competition. Watch Expresso weekdays to see how you can enter. Competition closes 19 December. T's and C's apply. See you at the movie.
That's so cool.
Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Aren't you just, in love with that promo, new Metro promo of Zoe and Jamie living their best lives, watching a movie, eating popcorn? Well, that could come to life because JP Sebastian is here to give us the lowdown on some movies to look forward to in the near future.
Yes.
We touched on some really deep stuff earlier on, and the second part you said it's some silly movies.
Yes.
Probably written by people.
I can hear your energy is like elevated already. You're just like, please, like I have too many brain cells. I need to dispense with them. I'm done.
Please.
I don't want to think when I watch a movie.
We're going to start with Shadow in the Cloud.
Yes.
Wait, what genre is it?
So this is a World War II horror, sci-fi, drama thriller, goblin fantasy.
Slash
spy thriller, yes, as well. So yeah, I seriously think that, like, I don't know, the people in the writer's room just ate too much sugar and then went to Kira.
Are you not impressed?
No, I'm super excited about these. Like, I sometimes you want to eat sushi and then sometimes you just want a sloppy Joe.
Yes.
And these are the sloppy Joes of movies. Although a lot of fancy critics are even saying that this is a blast. It is just dumb fun. Except there are obviously layers to it too. So Chloe Grace Moretz, who, shame, every movie that she has been in, she's sort of elevated because she was in Kick-Ass, which was just utterly garbage.
Oh my gosh, is it the Human Superheroes, that movie?
Yes.
Oh, I know it. It was terrible.
And the sleazy sort of like lame misogyny in it as well. But like even as a child actress, she pumped up the role. She did the hard work, and in this she does it too, apparently. Shadow in the Cloud. She is a World War II intelligence officer who speaks her way onto this air fortress, as they refer to them. And she's holding this package that needs to be safely delivered. She can't tell people what's in the package, of course. So there's almost this Apocalypse Now vibe where she's on the boat going up the Mekong. No one knows where she's going or why. But the men on board are men in war, and so they're speaking of sleazy, they're the worst. Aside from calling her babe, there's a lot of other more gross things that they try their luck with her. But you see that she grits her teeth and takes on a sky gremlin, as was the case in World War II. Which, by the way, I saw so much in the stupid trivia for this. There weren't any female pilots. It's like there weren't gremlins in the sky either. What do you want? There you go. There's the silly gremlin.
Oh no!
So yeah. Park your mind at the door. I don't know, leave it at the counter, chuck your brain in the popcorn, and your body cannot do that.
The visuals are so wild.
Absolutely not. There is no way the body survives being rebounded off a Japanese plane exploding back into their own airplane.
Oh, no.
I'm truly ready sometimes to just watch some of the dumbest nonsense, and Shadow in the Cloud might, as well as being thoughtful because of the whole misogyny vibe and the fact of, like, a woman in a position of power being cross-questioned at all times might be interesting, but also it's just the explosions and the roller coaster of the thing that I look forward to. No date in SA as of yet.
Something that I am also looking forward to. The next one is kind of Psycho Gorman.
That is an awful name for a movie. That is utterly stupid.
But also just look at the cover art as well.
Yeah,
Little girl,
again,
big psycho. That's so creepy.
Complete sugar high. There's a brain with eyeballs there because you have to have that on a poster. Seriously, that's the only reason why, I don't know, Dr. Zhivago wasn't successful. There wasn't an eyeballed brain. That is Psycho Gorman you're looking at there. The reason the name is so stupid is, remember when you were a kid and you gave stupid names to your dolls and action figures?
Yes.
Me too. Like, I had a soldier called, like, I don't know, Colonel War Crimes or something like that, or Murderface.
What was the war crime?
No, the war crime was, I don't know, my unimaginative childhood. So in this, a little girl has a magical amulet that awakens what she dubs Psycho Gorman. And he's the worst, most evil, most sinister character in the universe who wants to take control of everyone and enslave us and all this kind of stuff. He tells her brother, I will bathe in your blood. And she's like, no, because she controls the amulet which controls him.
Okay.
So you've almost got a Terminator vibe here. Remember John Connor had Arnold Schwarzenegger, who was this robot who he could control. This thing is so miffed at all times. It's almost got like IBS. It's just angry and cranky, but it's controlled by a 7-year-old and it does her whims. Necessarily, the power goes to her head, and she becomes the most evil thing in the universe. That
the child herself.
Every character, every bad guy in the universe, in a very Power Rangers fashion, as you can see. The makeup is very good, by the way, for a low-budget B-grade horror that is self-aware as a B-grade horror. Wow, the special effects are great. She becomes the thing that then the bad guys need to defeat themselves if they want to be emancipated from the clutches of an evil little girl.
But you know what, JP? It's giving me the vibes of Scary Movie.
Yeah,
kind of like
so it's a
horror,
parody,
but
of course. taking the mickey out of itself. What I do appreciate, though, is like if you know that you're doing just cheeseburger drive-through fast food fun, you're not shooting for the stars. You're not like, I want to make $200 million from it. It's going to be a cult favorite kind of thing. It's going to have a small base of fans, and you'll see this probably at South African horror festivals, or definitely at South African horror festivals. But there is no date necessarily just right now for large commercial screens. Sometimes I love this mind-numbing stuff, though. I appreciate the heart that goes into it. Especially the special effects look so good. The concept is stupid enough. I'm in.
Super, super exciting. Thank you so much once again, JP, for joining us and elevating our movie. What do you call it?
This is not an elevation. I totally dumped all of you.
Thank you for putting us on movies.
I stole
Look
IQ
forward
points.
to coming soon. G and Tabsy, what can we do for us to experience this kind of movie watching?
What's with the wild gesticulation?
Let's put it back up there, shall we? When it comes to sitting down to watch the latest movie release, you have been waiting ever so patiently for. Nothing quite beats getting lost in the adventure with your eyes glued to the strikingly clear visuals, playing off a 3-story high cinema screen and surrounded by groundbreaking sound that you didn't get when you're sitting on your couch at home. It's just impossible to get this kind of experience.
It's a full experience. Super big screens need super big heroes, and the excitement is at its peak. Honestly, a new era of wonder begins with the spectacular new superhero blockbuster. It's called Wonder Woman 1984. It releases in New Metro cinemas today. Today's the day, and it will be showing in New Metro's larger-than-life extreme theatres at selected cinema complexes to upgrade your cinema experience. That's what it's all about. Even further, with some of South Africa's largest screens you will find in any cinema. 4K. You know, 4K quality, 4K Ultra HD laser projection, and Dolby Atmos sound. Now that is next level.
This year, this movie,
today,
this is one
tonight
film. It's one that you don't want to miss, but let's give you just a little taste.
Your time will come, Diana. This world is not yet ready for all that you will do.
I'm a superhero movie freak, Brew. I love it. I am a child. I am a child trapped in a
You really
body.
do get transported into like a whole new world when you see something like that.
The soundtrack is amazing. New Metro cinemas are now open 7 days a week with all the required COVID-19 precautions in place to keep you safe. You can now book your tickets for Wonder Woman 1984. Visit newmetro.co.za or you can call them 0861 246 362.
Tonight at New Metro. Remember that New Metro and Expresso are giving one lucky viewer the chance to win themselves a VIP card, which will give you, you at home, access to movies for a full year valued at 15,000 Rand. It's big. Just reply to the competition post on our Expresso show Facebook and Twitter pages. Tell us what your favorite New Metro memory is. We all have that New Metro memory. Don't forget to include hashtag Expresso New Metro in your answer, and the competition will close on Saturday the 19th of December at midnight. T's and C's on expressoshow.com. See you at the movies.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
It's a fact. Nothing says Merry Christmas like a good old-fashioned game of scheming and stealing. Yes. Oh, yes. We're talking about Dirty Santa. It's a Christmas gift exchange game that has become a favorite holiday tradition in some households where everyone gets a kick out of stealing each other's gifts. And now this morning, we're encouraging this behavior with the stealing of gifts from your friends and loved ones thanks to the Crazy Store. Guys, are you ready?
Oh, yeah.
Let's go. First of all, I will give you the rules. Rule number 1, wrapped gifts are already placed on a table in the center of the room. As you guys can see, they're all there. Rule number 2, each one of you guests are gonna be able to choose a number. Number 1 chooses a gift, unwraps it, and then oohs and ahs before putting it on display for all to see. And gifts must stay in view at all times and remain in their original packaging if possible and if applicable. It means you unwrap, but you don't take out of that package. Okay. Rule number 3, each subsequent guest has 2 options. They can either steal a gift from a guest who has gone before them or choose an unopened gift from the center of the room. You got that? You understand it? All clear. Great.
Yes.
We're all following. Rule number 4, if a guest has their gift stolen, they can either steal from another guest or choose an unopened gift. It's pretty simple. They may not steal the same gift that was just stolen from them until the next round. That's where the scheming is happening, you see. And rule number 5, gifts can be stolen up to 3 times. Yes, 3 times. A gift is frozen with the 4th owner. Encourage your guests, all of you must encourage each other, and I will encourage you to steal. Stealing makes for a fun, lively game. I'm going to give you the numbers.
Yes, please. Yes, please. We would highly appreciate that.
Perfect. Okay,
so does
cool.
this decide who goes first?
This decides who number 1 is.
Want number
and
1,
all of it. Yes,
Okay,
let's go.
cool.
Good say.
The way they have to
don't
hang-
Stop
look.
looking.
You can't look.
I
Stop
can't
looking.
look. But I feel like I'm...
Okay, cool. And there you go, Raul. Don't look. You can't see, really, even if you try to look. Okay, cool. And Jamie Lee Domberg. There you go. Get your number. Thank you very much.
And that's
And
yours.
this is my number, because I want to be playing the game as well. Who doesn't want to be part of this? Okay, let's see.
So where do we start with you?
In
3, 2, 1.
And... Oh, okay. Ryle, what have you got for us there?
Number 3.
Okay. Kutle, what have you got for us
I'm right there with Raul, smack bang in the middle.
Okay. Do you want to guess what mine is?
No.
Cool. All right, let's go. Number 1.
Jamie, let's see what's in
happening
your box.
there. What's in the box? That's a really good question.
What's in the box?
Question, but am I going to
That's a
take
really
it?
good
Were you those
question.
kids
Well,
that
let's
just
see what
like
it-
neatly undid their
what
wrapping?
you're getting in there.
I'm
Let's see.
trying to.
Yeah, I can definitely tell that
What do you
Jamie
have
Lee
there,
is the
Jamie?
type... Ooh.
I love this.
Oh, that's a nice one.
Those are a hit at the Crazy Store at the moment. The Intex inflatables. They are just flying. Everybody loves them. They are a big favorite. Okay, cool. Number 2, do you want to reveal what's in your box?
Okay.
I know that Kutle is definitely the type of girl who actually will unwrap so neatly so that she can use the same wrapping for
Next
gifting
year.
another person. Or next year for Valentine's Day.
Shame. I can't, guys. I'm so sorry. I don't have...
Let's see.
I
Let's
can't
see.
unwrap it
better than
nicely.
your
I can't help you, obviously, because...
It's better than my wrapping skills. Oh!
What is that?
Gin fling with 12 glasses and 4 balls. This is cool.
That is fantastic. And
Yes, for you. Don't you
I think it's on
dare
brand.
steal my gift.
It's on brand. It's on brand. Okay.
Look who's talking.
Ryle, that looks like a Gatsby. I mean, but I can't smell anything. So I don't know if, I'm losing my sense of
It's
smell.
like you just have to
That's like a...
preheat, just put it in the oven.
Yeah,
and
like
ready
long
to go.
Gatsby. Frozen Gatsby.
Oh, wow.
Each
Wait.
Brand. That's great. That's
Right.
fantastic. So obviously that's something that you're able to take with you to the beach. I can see all of those beach days. Or if you're just hanging around at home by the pool, you can lay that out. Let's see what's inside my
Number
thing.
4.
Number 4.
Didn't even care about the packaging.
Okay, cool. I'll tell
is
you.
that?
What is this, Tess?
Yeah, it's a diamond picture. Oh, this is so exciting. It's also got 5D crystal beads. It's got a toolkit. So you're not going to be getting lost trying to figure out what to do with this. And I like that you have to pay attention to details. So whoever gets this at the end of the day has to be someone who actually really will sit. It can be therapeutic and spend so much time just getting into it. Okay, cool. Stealing time.
Stealing time.
Stealing
We'll start
time.
with Kutle, right?
We start with number 2. Yes, you have to steal.
Oh, definitely stealing Jamie Lee's
Intex inflatables. I saw that coming. coming.
Thank you very much, ma'am.
Okay, cool. And Ryle.
So I get to steal next.
You get to steal next.
I also want the inflatable balls.
I told you they were a hit. I told you. Let's just facilitate the stealing fast and fast. Thank you very much. Okay, cool. Number 4, I have to steal. I'm sorry, Ryle. There we go. There we go. I'm so sorry, my friend. Okay, cool. And then?
Well. What do I want? Obviously, I can't steal from you, Uncle Tabs. Sorry, Chomi.
Actually, this is my original gift, which is second to that one. So I'm really happy. I'd like to thank my mom and everyone who has supported me through this journey.
You know what? This has been a fantastic game. I know that my niece has been wanting this for such a long time, and now I can finally make her dream of having inflatables come true.
I just want to ask Ryle how he feels about it.
I really think that Ryle at this moment actually doesn't even have a feeling to stand on.
I actually will definitely enjoy this. I have patience, I have creativity, and I have class.
And I think your girlfriend is going to appreciate the bonding
Do you mind opening it for us?
Yeah, let's show you what it is. If we can do so right now. It's actually really, really cool. I think the whole kit actually comes in the whole picture.
I never figured you to be the bedazzle, play with bedazzle and glitter type guy, eh?
You should see what I do with my body. Crazy things. So check it out. These are the little pieces that you place on one by one using this little pen, and you...
And there are colours allocated to each part of the picture
cool is that?
as well.
That is
I think
so
that's
cool.
cute. That's dope.
Is it too late to steal now?
No, it's way too late to steal now. Jamie Lee Domberg, I'm sorry to burst your bubble, but that brings us to the end of our stealing and dealing game. Not sure if Rudolph and friends included this in their reindeer games, but hey, listen, I think that they should have. The Crazy Store will make sure everyone remains entertained with a wide variety of toys, games, arts and crafts, and sporting equipment suitable for the whole family. As you can see, everybody's got something to play with, and you will find something for everyone. Make sure to follow them on Instagram or Facebook and Twitter to learn all about their new and exciting festive items available this season, and there are lots. And it wouldn't be the holidays without us giving you a gift. So let me tell you this. You stand a chance to win a festive hamper from the Crazy Store. It's worth a whopping 1,000 rand. It's filled with toys that would make any little boy's festive dreams come true. Oh, yes. Reply to the competition post on Expresso's Facebook or Twitter page. Tell us, what is on your Christmas wish list from the Crazy Store? Remember to include the hashtag #TheCrazyStoreChristmas. T's and C's can be found on our website, expressoshow.com. And this competition runs until the 18th of December. So get entering. Okay, but where's the drink, Kusi?
Uncle Tabs, you were just playing for fun here. Go, Jamie.
3, 2, 1, go. More practice needed.
Whoever you are, whatever you need, you'll find great value for the whole family at the Crazy Store. So duck into a store near you and be surprised.
So naughty. Where's Naughty Elf when you need him? Thank you for the fun and games. In just a moment, we're going to be opening the lines for you to pose those culinary conundrums. 021 110 5552 for the Culinary Hotline. Bling! They were so on it, but first the news.
Well, it is now 8 o'clock. Time for us to quickly look at your headlines, starting with national news. The National Commissioner of the South African Police Service, General Kehla Sithole, has tested positive for COVID-19. Sithole underwent a test on Monday after coming into contact with a member of the SAPS who had tested positive for the virus. Sithole is not showing any signs or symptoms of the virus at this stage and is self-isolating and self-medicating. Meanwhile, Lieutenant General Sandile Mfazi is acting as National Commissioner of the SAPS until further notice. And Western Cape Department of Health says the province continues to see a marked increase in COVID-19 cases, well above levels during the first wave. Most concerning is the increase in hospitalizations and deaths. And the head of the department, Dr. Keith Kluter, says hospitalizations and proportion positive numbers are headed towards levels seen at the peak of the first wave. Meanwhile, the country has recorded 7,552 new cases in the past 24 hours, bringing the total number to 873,679 and 210 fatalities. The death toll is now at 23,661. Some interesting news beyond our own borders. Two African carriers, Ethiopian Airlines and Kenya Airways, are positioning themselves for the transportation of COVID-19 vaccines. In Addis Ababa, Ethiopian Airlines has launched a cold chain air freight to transport temperature-sensitive medicines, including potential COVID-19 vaccines, which vary from 20 to minus 90 degrees. Some 30 aircrafts are now dedicated to vaccine transportation, and business has already started to trickle in. Ethiopian Airlines says it has received an order from China to transport COVID-19 vaccines from the country to Brazil within the next 20 days. And a top member of US President Donald Trump's Republican Party, the Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell, has congratulated Joe Biden on winning the presidential election last month. McConnell spoke after the Electoral College formally confirmed Biden's victory over Trump. The Democrat won 306 Electoral College votes to Trump's 232. McConnell also congratulated Kamala Harris and said all Americans should take pride in the fact that the nation has a female vice president-elect for the very first time. Meanwhile, Trump still refuses to concede. And next, the romance that led to 2 PhDs in one day. There was jubilation all around in the Shanga Juba household when Dr. Nompumelelo Shanga and Dr. Roderick Juba received their PhD degrees in the Faculty of Agri-Sciences at Stellenbosch University together on the very same day this week. Dr. Shange obtained her degree in food science and Dr. Jube a conservation ecology. The couple was married in September last year during a traditional wedding in Inanda near Durban. Their exceptional story started when they met at Stellenbosch in 2010, with both of them were second years. They started dating in 2016 when they realized they not only shared the same sense of humor, aspirations and work ethic, but were also best friends and soulmates. And for the past 2 years or so, they have successfully navigated the intricacies of a long-distance romance caused by their shared career aspirations. The couple now plan to take the world by storm and to pay their good fortune of a good education forward by motivating and helping others to follow suit. Indeed, a very inspirational story of a student romance that led to 2 PhDs in one day. Well, that's where I leave your morning headlines. Let's take a final look at your sport.
Thanks, so let's wrap up some of the action that took place yesterday, starting with cricket in the CSA 4-day domestic clash. What a clash. At the Mangawang Oval in Bloem, the Knights leg spinner Sean van Berg dominating with 5 for 93 to see the Lions restricted to 262 in their first innings. It leaves a deficit of 210 runs, but take nothing away from a brilliant unbeaten century from Rassie van der Dussen, a dogged 107 from 203 deliveries. Then at St George's Park down in PE, Calvin Savage was the man of the moment, inspiring a dramatic afternoon collapse yesterday for the Warriors. They lost 6 for just 48 runs to be restricted to 325, and that leaves the Cape Cobras a fourth innings target of 265. And at the crease, as we speak, opener Yanaman Milan on 44 and Kyle Verreynne looking to build on that brilliant 97 in his first innings. All the action will resume today at 10 o'clock. Then on to football. Plenty of action at the top of the table in the PSL last night, but more woes, it must be said, for Chiefs losing 2-1 to SuperSport United at the Lucas Moripe Stadium, thanks to a late first-half goal by Bradley Grobler and then another by Sipho Mbule to open the second half. Lebogang Manyama was able to capitalise on just one of many opportunities with a late penalty, but Chiefs now left languishing on 12th position on the log. Cape Town City FC, they won the Cape Derby with Stellenbosch FC 2-1, and Mamelodi Sundowns continue the charge. They continue their climb as well at the summit with a 2-0 win over TS Galaxy. Zwane continuing his fine form with one of those goals to see the Brazilians now move 2 above surprise outfit Swallows. Then tonight, Benny McCarthy, he's back in the 18 area. He opens his account as the manager of AmaZulu against Golden Arrows at 5:30. Staying with football in the Premier League in the UK last night, not even a late penalty overturned would deny Wolves a very hard-fought win over Frank Lampard's Chargers at the Molineux, with the winner coming via Pedro Neto as late as the 95th minute. Despite a brilliant volley by Olivier Giroud, Chelsea unable to execute any real game plan against a Wolves team clearly ready to dig deep without the services of Raul. They equaliser, a superb piece of skill from Daniel Podence. In other results, continuing the trend of rather surprise draws, Man City were held to a 1-1 draw by West Bromwich Albion. Then tonight's bumper lineup of games, starting with Leicester up against Everton, but undoubtedly it's headlined by the top of the table clash between Spurs and Liverpool. A late start there at 10 p.m. tonight. That's a wrap of your sport for this morning. Let's take one last look at those beautiful skies above your part of South Africa.
Thank you, Graham. Well, let's recap on those sunrise photos this morning. Fatah Khan sent us the sunrise overlooking the harbour in Richards Bay. It looks absolutely gorgeous. Gershwin Shaw showed us how he starts his morning with a pink sunrise. We also received this message, picture on Facebook of a gorgeously constructed image of the sunrise. It is in Bronkenhurstspruit in Gauteng. Joan Cameron sent us through her sunrise view from Britannia Bay, where today you can expect comfortable conditions reaching a maximum of 23 degrees. Now you too can contribute to our weather report by capturing how your sunrise looks from your part of the country and share it with us on the Expresso Facebook page. Some interesting news: a team of scientists is being sent to the South Atlantic to study the giant iceberg of 3,900 square kilometers currently drifting offshore to the British overseas territory of South Georgia, where it threatens to run aground. If that happens, it could make life extremely difficult for the wildlife haven's penguins and seals as they go about foraging for fish and krill. The researchers will approach the iceberg in the Royal Research Ship, that's the James Cook, and will use robotic underwater vehicles to gather measurements under and around the iceberg and sampling instruments to see how the frozen mass is influencing its environment. This affects conditions for all marine life, from the simplest planktonic organisms all the way up to the largest creatures in the ocean, the whales. Some very interesting news, and we'll certainly keep you updated with that. But let's take another look at your temperatures. If you're in Polokwane, a low of 17 can be expected with a high of 22. Mbombela 18, reaching a high of 22. Thunder showers can be expected in Pretoria with a high of 25. Johannesburg 13, reaching a high of 24. Mahikeng 17 with a high of 30. Klerksdorp 16, reaching a high of 31. Warm and sunny conditions in Kimberley with a high of 34. Bloemfontein 16, reaching a high of 32. It's partly cloudy in Richards Bay today with a high of 27. Pietermaritzburg, your low is 15, your high 24. And a 61% chance of rain can be expected in Durban with a high of 26. Mthatha also reaching a high of 26 today. East London, your low is 17, your high 24. Sunny conditions in Cradock with a high of 32. Port Elizabeth 17, reaching a high of 24. George sunny with a low of 14, a high of 23. In the mother city today, expect a low of 16 with a high of 24. Sunny conditions in Worcester with a high of 36. Sutherland 11, reaching a high of 31, and Uppington, your low for today is 21 and your high 38 degrees Celsius. Well, that's where we leave your weather on your Feel Good Breakfast Show.
And the feel good is going to continue because we still have Nathan Daniels with us this morning, and he's yet to release his 5th single called Are We Going to Be All Right?
It's going to be
It's going to be all right. And you're going to be performing that. But where can people catch you for the rest of 2020? And also, what can we expect from you for 2021?
Okay, so currently every Thursday we're at Loudensford. Me and a colleague of mine, we do a show called Soul of Motown. That's every Thursday. And then weekends, I'm at Spear Wine Farm. Also, the Friday I'm doing a solo show. The Saturday she's with me. And then Sundays I'm doing a solo show as well. On social media, you'll be able to catch it. It's Nathan's Soul. That's on Instagram and on Facebook. You'll be able to get some of those details. Yeah.
Well, listen, get your tickets for that. But right now you have a performance from the man himself in your living room. So Nathan, take it away.
Thank you.
but I'm not giving up, babe. 'Cause what we have has gotta be tested to be true, to call it unconditional. You turn my world upside down, I'm lifting you to higher ground, 'cause there's trouble all around. You're my finest treasure, there's no way I can measure the riches that I found in your love. It's gonna be alright, things gonna be alright, it's gonna be alright. Oh, it's gonna be alright, things will turn out fine, it's gonna be alright if we make it through the night. Oh, 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 oh. Ooh. Wish I had a crystal ball to show you how this ends. Maybe then I could convince you, baby. But I can see it all the lies ahead, and it's worth it. Baby, we deserve it. I lay my life on the line, you pick me up all the time, 'cause there's trouble all around. This love is way more precious than our selfish intentions. Can't you see it's more than enough? It's gonna be alright, things gonna be alright, it's gonna be alright. Oh, it's gonna be alright, things will turn out fine, it's gonna be alright if we make it through the night. When I consume my reasons why I'm about to lose my mind, and I just don't know what I gotta do. I think of thoughts of holding you, 'cause they keep me satisfied. Baby, I'm just crazy over you. It's gonna be alright, things gonna be alright, it's gonna be alright. Oh, it's gonna be alright, things will turn out fine, it's gonna be alright if we make it through the night. Oh, oh, oh,
Thank you, guys. Thank you very much.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to another installment of the Culinary Hotline. Bling!
Ting, ting, ting!
Ah, little baby cheeses, big cheeses. It's all about cheese on today's installment of the Culinary Hotline, and we are joined by Chef Clem to help you and I. And any conundrum is on the table. All of those culinary conundrums shall be answered today, but we're talking cheese with a very cheesy guy.
I am a little
You're a cheesy guy. I can't bear it. I can't bear it anymore.
You can't bear it!
You are so cheesy. Boom. Just let me breathe. Well, I'm getting some whiffs of some cheese here, buddy. Are you a fan? Are you a cheesy kind of guy?
I mean, I do not discriminate from the very mild Gouda or Gouda, whatever you want to call it, all the way to the stinky blue stuff.
Gotta be.
I love
the stinkier,
cheese.
the better.
I do love cheese. Are we allowed to like drop cheesy one-liners?
Please give me one if you can.
Did you hear about the explosion at the cheese factory?
No.
All that was left was debris. Is that the law?
That's absolutely. Okay. I'll give you one here. Why didn't the cheese want to get sliced?
Why?
It had greater plans. I've got to work. These are my dad jokes. I've got to work on my dad jokes.
They're cheesy jokes. You're not
That's
supposed to
absolutely
laugh.
brilliant. No, we love cheeses because they are just so phenomenal. And as a flavour sounding board, you can do so much with them. And obviously the variants therein are absolutely amazing. Can you name all the cheeses that are on this board?
For sure. Okay, this is a Parmesan-style hard cheese. This is...
So great for pastas.
Great for pastas and sauces and salads. Packed full of umami. So you know that's going to add massive punch to your dishes, absolutely. And you don't throw the rind away. You add the rind of your Parmesan to your stews, and it actually does lend that umami flavor through. Yes.
Okay, clever.
Crumbly cheddar. You get cheddar, white cheddar. This is like a yellowy cheddar. You get red cheddar. The color shouldn't put you off. It's all about the flavor. And luckily, when you go to Woolies, the description and the strength and the flavor profile, it's on the cheese
and everything.
And the age is
and
there.
I find generally if it's crumblier, it means that it's slightly more aged and it's going to have a stronger, nuttier kind of flavor. More of that, like.
Susie O'Regan, cheese buyer for Woolies, amazing woman, so passionate about cheese. And whenever she talks, I just sit there. And she was telling me like a good aged cheese, especially a hard cheese, has little crystals in them. That's a sign of a good cheese. I was taking notes. I learned a lot from her. She's amazing. This is your standard mozzarella, not the fresh milk mozzarella.
Not your like buffalo mozzarella kind of vibe.
Not the burrata, not that. This is a standard mozzarella that we use for like our everyday pizzas.
Cool.
We do pizzas every day.
Cool.
And then we got, this is your Gouda.
You gotta be kidding me.
Gouda?
You gotta be kidding me.
What do you call it?
Gouda.
Gouda.
Yeah.
This is your brie, your camembert, and your blue. You get so many varieties of blue. And this is just smell this beautiful, beautiful Gruyere cheese. You're getting that.
Ooh,
how amazing is that? So yeah, those are the cheeses we're playing around with today.
This question I was going to ask myself, and we've got a caller on the line as I understand it right now. Hello? Neebs from Sunningdale, how are you? Neebs, are you there?
Yes, I am. Can you hear me?
I can hear you loud and clear. I'm getting so emotional at all of these cheeses. You've got a very important question here, and one that I was actually literally about to ask Chef Clem. What's your question this morning?
So what I'm wanting to know is, what is the difference between brie and camembert? Is it the same cheese or and different shapes, or
one is a triangle, one is a circle? Neebs, come on, don't be silly. No, that's not the right answer. So very good question. I'm going to put the phone down. You listen on your TV. Thanks, Neebs. Great question.
Okay, so what's a cheese favorite type of genre of music? R&B.
R&B.
Okay, guys, you got to put more energy to the laughs. Okay, let's talk about it.
Okay, so what is the difference?
It's not just the shape. And how I always remember the difference between the two is camembert starts with a C, and the C also starts with circle.
Okay.
Okay? Easy. So these are camemberts, and this is a brie. You'd think they're just different shapes, because even when you buy a brie and you buy it whole, it's in a big wheel, and then they cut into triangles. It's not just the shape. So the lactic starters that they use to make brie and camembert are different. The ones they use for brie are a little stronger.
Okay.
So you actually get a stronger flavor, not stronger like it's going to be punchy in your nose. It's nuttier, it's more earthier, you taste more cheese. And because of that also, it ends up having a slightly firmer texture than brie.
Okay.
Slightly. So if you want to go between the two and you want to play around the flavors, and you're not really into cheeses yet, start with the brie. It's a lot creamier, milder,
softer. Which I suppose would make it great on a burger or something like that. You know,
absolutely.
kind of as the topper. Cool. Okay.
They both melt beautifully. They're not going to get that cheese pull like you do with mozzarella, but you're going to get a creamy melt. Which
Is it all right to eat the crust? What do you call that?
The rind.
The rind.
And I'm so glad you brought this up, because when I see people cut the rind off brie or camembert, I cry a little bit. Not just inside, outside too.
You tear, just one tear just goes.
It's hectic. So, yes, eat the rind. There's so much flavor in the rind, and that contributes to the overall flavor of the cheese. So, absolutely. I mean, I like playing around with both of them. And
you know how difficult it is to cut down, and then you're left with that little squeegee bit in the middle, and then how do you even deal with that? It's impossible.
Do.
No,
And a good tip is to take this out the fridge and, like, take it out an hour before you serve it. Let it get really ooey gooey and runny. You're going to taste so much more of your cheese than it's straight out the fridge. That's cheese in general.
Absolutely brilliant. So I'm going to weigh in with another question here. Lucorna Lubisi asking, I noticed that after a few days of buying mozzarella cheese, it starts to mold while in the fridge. What can I do to prevent this, please?
Okay, so what you can do is, these little plastic Ziploc baggies, all you got to do is once you put your cheese, let's actually just do it. Once you put your cheese in there, the enemy is air. Okay, for us, good thing. Cheese, great when you're trying to mature it, but when you're trying to store it, no. So all you got to do is pop it in there, and then try and get as much of the air out.
Okay,
So
get it as vacuum sealed as possible.
Yeah, and that's all it kind of takes. For my Parmesan cheese, I don't like putting it in a plastic packet. Because what I want to do with my Parmesan cheese, I almost want to enhance the flavor of it.
Aging, cool.
So, and a fridge is a dehydrator. So you keep it in the fridge. It's going to keep on taking moisture out of the cheese. The more moisture comes out, the more intense the flavor is going to become. So I wrap it in baking paper, not tightly, and then the little compartment there, as you open the fridge door.
Yeah.
You know that odd space for eggs or whatever. It lives there.
Okay, I love that. On the note of kind of freezing and refrigerating, we had a great question coming from Ursula Hammond Computer saying, I need to know what's the best way to freeze cheese. Do I grate it or do I leave it whole?
Leave it whole.
Okay.
Leave it whole. And another one, I'm so happy people are asking these questions.
First of all, why are you freezing cheese?
I understand why, especially when Woolies have these amazing specials on cheeses.
You live alone. Oh, okay, you bulk buying.
And yes, you can freeze your cheese. Absolutely. Things like mozzarella freeze beautifully. Cheddar, Gouda, even your blue cheese. It's all about taking it out the freezer, giving it enough time to come back to its natural temperature on its own. Don't pop it in the microwave. Just
let it do its thing. Even leave it in the fridge and let it kind of gradually do its thing.
Absolutely.
Like that.
So don't take it out of its wrapper. Just like that. Wow. Freezer.
Man.
I love cheese.
I love cheese as well, man. This is just so exciting to me. The smellier, the better. Absolutely delicious. We'll take more of your questions in our Culinary Hotline. Bling!
Ching, ching.
Well,
cheesy Tuesday.
That's right. Keep those questions coming through. Expresso Morning Show, SABC3. Keep that conversation about the food going. It's all about the cheese today, guys. This is Mike Wright from our social media team. And we know, Mike, that you are the king of pickup lines because that's what you do. You're always just using pickup lines on girls.
Sometimes. They don't necessarily work.
I'm sorry about that. But what is your top pickup line that's worked at least once?
At least once. I would probably say, hi, I'm Mike Wright, but you can call me Mr. And then that doesn't really work. Or I can say, thank you, some support from...
I'm sure that's never worked, Mike, but maybe try again. Try another one.
Are we on the Hogwarts Express? Because I feel as though you and I are going somewhere magical.
Honey!
Okay, Jamie, I mean, you're always picking up men. I'm joking. I mean, using pickup lines on men. Sorry. Sorry, I didn't mean it like that. Give us yours.
Wow. Do you believe in love at first sight, or should I walk past again?
Ooh. Wow, okay. Kuhle, team, can you top this?
Listen, man, I have no idea if we can top it. It's a tough one, actually. Zoe Kanyisa-Getse, who is our social media guru here on Expresso Morning Show. Are you guys single? Are you practicing on your pickup lines?
I've been practicing on the pickup lines.
I'm going to start with you, Zoe. Cheesy pickup line for us.
Cheesy pickup line.
Yes.
Okay. My nickname is Microsoft. Can I come crash at your place tonight?
That's a good one.
Getse, you are a rapper, so can you top that off?
Are you closer? Because you and I just click.
That is so hilarious. Do you guys have some cheesy pickup lines? Because I know one of our favorites, Carl Wasty, has one as well. Let's check it out.
Hey Clement, hey Expresso. I heard this show is going to be a bit cheesy today, so I had to jump in. I don't know why you didn't invite me, but that's another story completely. But to you, Clement, I just wanted to say that sometimes my jokes are gouda this world. So I wanted to share some of them with you. Like Rihanna's got a new cheesy song coming out called Mozzarella, Ella, Ella, Oh wait, Clement, what do you call a cheese grizzly? A camembert. I know you like that. Don't look so blue, man. You're gonna be fine, all right? Also, I'm not sure if you follow football, but Manchester United have the cheesiest player out there, Chedison Cavani. I don't know why he's playing. I mean, his melting point's probably quite low. Anyway, I thought I'd drop in just to say what's up and thank you for a great show. And that is me. So take a picture and say, cheese!
We have to cheese after that, hey? Yes. Those were fantastic pickup lines. You guys did so well. Shout outs to you. Please keep the conversation going and flowing on our social media platforms. Your cheesiest pickup lines, and we would love to check them out live on the show. Make sure to keep it locked on your Feel Good Breakfast show because the feel goodness continues after this.
Are you ready for a sizzling summer holiday, Mzansi? Your best holiday is yet to come when you book at any of our participating Marriott-branded hotels. Redefine your holiday with a beach break, nature retreat, or a road trip adventure. With our summer holiday offer, you can enjoy 25% off standard hotel rates, including free breakfast if you're a Marriott Bonvoy member and 15% if you're a non-member. Book on Marriott.com for the best rates guaranteed.
It's my Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Welcome back, everybody. We are still keeping it cheesy on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. But listen, we've also all been there. You know, you've got a list of tasks to finish for the afternoon, or you're getting ready for an evening with friends to just relax, but you just can't shake your bad mood off enough to get yourself moving your inner funk. You know that feeling that
it happens to everyone. Well, don't fear, because when Jamie and I are near, you know, something amazing is going to happen, because our favorite things to do are always done together. So we went off to the Mall of Africa to find out what items at Game will take the grump out of your funk this festive season. Watch this.
I think it's safe to agree that it's been a very long year, but it's time to ungrumpy yourself this festive season, because Santa, together with Game, are not going to let 2020 steal Christmas for us this year, right?
Oh, this year's been full of games, but the people at Game aren't here for the games. They've got Game and they're here for your game. That's why they launched this exciting campaign, Ungrump Your Festive, which is all about taking the grump out of your festive funk. Are you ready?
Ready. So excited to be shopping with Uncle Tabsy today, because he always knows the cool places to find those specials. On my wish list is a brand new TV, because Uncle Tabsy promised me one last year. Still waiting for it.
Tell people.
It's okay, but maybe this time I'll buy it for myself.
I know there's going to be clothing items. I know that there's going to be some appliances. I am in serious need of some new tech gadgets as well. So I'm going to be mixing it up today. Everyone knows that I love to shop and I will shop till I drop. But COVID is here, guys. There isn't time to be missioning across from shop to shop. You want to make sure that you limit your movement, right? But walking into a game store means that I can find just about anything, any type of product from any type of category that I want. If you're looking for clothing, you're going to get it. If you are looking for groceries, you are going to get them. You're looking for appliances, they are here. You're looking for tech, you are going to get it. You're going to get it all at Game.
As the team, we're very excited. Yeah, we're going to serve them. We're going to give them the best service they can ever imagine.
All right, we are looking to unlock the summer season, to unlock festive, and this is the boy. This is the boy, that outdoor guest braai situation. Oh, the season is launched. We're getting this. Obviously, I can't put it in the trolley, but Jamie Lee better know. Samayama Pozaman.
The team is very excited about December and the shop is very packed with the stock. Everything is packed. Everybody is happy about the December season.
I lived my absolute best life today. From the moment I stepped into the store, I just saw prizes and prices galore. I got something for absolutely everyone and something for myself. I definitely ticked off everything off the wish list.
Yay, I'm excited. Okay, awesome. Is it secured?
There we go. Perfect. Well, now I can finally tick off a TV off my wish list. I chose a big screen TV to ungrumpy myself because I just feel like I need to watch Expresso on HD, and also just because Uncle Tabsy didn't get it for me last year, so why not spoil myself? I think it's finally time to get Uncle Tabsy a proper alarm clock. Wake up! Wake up! It's not Beyonce alarm clock, but it'll work, okay?
Okay, sweet. I mean, you left me almost a fortnight to go shopping. Jenny, you better have some really good stuff.
I do. Come.
What do you have? Show me. I'm really excited to see what you have managed to get. You filled this trolley up all the way.
Well, I finally got myself a brand new TV, no shade being thrown. I got some Christmas decorations. What about you?
Time. Okay, well, I didn't waste time on the Christmas decorations. The Christmas tree, funny enough, contrary to your belief, is actually already up at my place. And these are going to be going on to complement that. And then, probably my most exciting purchase of today, the Xbox One S, which is going to be all the entertainment at the house when all my relatives come to visit.
Do you know what I just realized? I'm actually such a bad mom. I didn't pick out anything for Luca yet, so maybe you can help me choose something out of the toy department.
How dare you? Let's go find that little boy something fun. Whoa,
okay,
Jamie?
What's happening?
Okay, you're going to agree with me here. Nothing screams festive louder than these.
Absolutely. Maybe take another one for me as well, so put it in my trolley.
Actually, I'm feeling a little bit nibblish right now, so maybe a snack for the road as well. So I'm going to throw one in there for the festive, and then maybe one for my car.
Well, listen, don't think we forgot about you, because we're taking the festive cheer a step further with our very own holiday competition.
Yes.
We want to know in which way you will ungrump yourself this festive season.
Well, your job is very simple. All you have to do is comment on our Facebook and Twitter competition post by letting us know how you plan to do so. How do you plan to ungrump yourself this festive season with Game? Use the hashtag GotGame and hashtag ungrump yourself. You stand the chance of winning yourself a 2,000 Rand Game Stores shopping voucher, and the T's and C's can be found on expressoshow.com. This competition will close on the 22nd of December 2020. Get entering, because Nasi Stogo Game Wuligate. Hey, how Nasi Stogo. Oh, hey, man, December is officially unlocked. And that's how you do it. That's how you get the funk or the grump out of your funk. Out of This festive season, go shopping at Game and use that hashtag ungrump yourself to enter that competition. Oh, the excitement, Jen.
Oh, well, listen, some interesting things happening.
Yeah, I'm actually literally on my phone Googling global citizen and what it has in store for us.
That's right.
But luckily, we have the information for you right now.
And when it comes to true societal change, it is not possible without effective leaders, and the world's biggest network of change agents, Global Citizen, is gearing up to honor those who are making extraordinary efforts for the world's most vulnerable with their up-and-coming 2020 Global Citizen Prize Show.
Yes, now the second edition is being hosted again by singer and songwriter John Legend, and we're being encouraged to celebrate the heroes amongst us who have stepped up with strength, with compassion, and with humanity against a backdrop of unprecedented global challenges.
And 4 major awards in the categories of Global Citizen of the Year, World Leader of the Year, Business Leader, and the special Cisco Youth Leadership Award that will be distributed, as well as local Country Hero Awards given in 6 key markets, including South Africa. And we congratulated our deserving winners, the Wise Collective, last week.
Yes, and in addition to the awards, the broadcast and digitally streamed show will feature inspirational stories and unforgettable performances that will bring together influencers, artists, activists, and global leaders to remind everyone that there are many reasons to be hopeful as we enter 2021.
I think we are so ready for the new year. So be a witness to who is being awarded at the 2020 Global Citizen Prize Show. Now, you can catch it right here on SABC3 on Sunday, the 20th of December from 9:30 p.m. And it's the best way to escape the norm this summer.
Crossing Blackwell.
Snap. Black cat peanut butter.
Cool chagalaka.
And the Twist Challenge!
Buy any 4 participating products and stand a chance to win 10,000 Rand daily. Add a twist to everyday meals.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Feeling good? We're feeling great, man. Welcome back to the Culinary Hotline. Bling!
Ting, ting, ting! That's better.
From the belly, man. From the belly, we are joined by Chef Clem on our foodie panel to help you out with any of your culinary conundrums. And we are talking all things cheese, man. So if you love your cheese and you've got any questions for Chef Clem, give us a call, man. You can do it right now, in fact. 021 110 552. Please give us a call. The phone is waiting. Do you know what's wrong with this phone?
Tell me.
It might be broken.
It might be broken?
Doesn't have your number in it. Oh.
What a pickup line.
I'm allowed to flirt with Chef Clem. I'm allowed, because I know he's spoken for, but I can still flirt, man.
We can just play around.
We love our cheese, man.
I'm obsessed with cheese.
I'm digging it, man. I'm loving it because there is something festive about it, and it's kind of like a South African festive treat, you know. So, and cheese boards we're going to hone in on now, because that's something. It's a great entree. It's something that can sit with a crowd of people for a while and just let the blue cheese smell permeate through your house. I absolutely love it. And we got a couple of really great questions and comments coming through here, which we'll delve into. Got to ask you though, what's a cheese's favorite TV channel? The Brie Sea.
The Brie Sea. I thought it was the SA Brie Sea.
It's a Brie Sea 3. It should be. Hey.
I dig that. Okay.
Okay, so Famita Nana weighing in with a cool question. And this is a really good question for this time of the year. She asks, what do I need for the perfect cheese board? No pressure.
No pressure. You either need 3 cheeses.
You need 3.
You need cheese.
You need cheese.
You either need 3 cheeses or 1 cheese.
Whoa.
Don't bombard your board with too many types of cheese, right? Okay, so...
There's like a haiku. You just went super philosophical on us, hey?
Okay, very Confucius say. But, okay, so you
cheese.
either find 1 big, beautiful cheese and base all the pairings and the sides with that 1 cheese, which is perfect and great.
What would you do, though? Because then it's got to be a cheese.
Yes, it's got to. So what I like doing is I like finding a nice cross between something mild and creamy with a hint of like sharpness. So I like a creamy blue cheese, which is nice. For if you like the creamy side of cheese, that's there for you. And you can counteract that with a little bit of the beautiful jam that you made earlier.
I made that jelly.
Did you make it?
I made it with my own 2 hands, man.
Amazing. It's going to be delicious. And then it also goes really well with that blue side of it, which goes really well with the beautiful preserved figs.
Completely. So, or any preserve for that
Or any
matter.
preserve. So the 3, if you're going to go for a board of 3 cheeses, there's 3 things you need to keep in mind. You need a hard cheese, a creamy cheese, and a sharp cheese. Yeah, from our board, let's look at that. So for our hard cheese, we're going to go with our Parmesan, a few slices of Parmesan. There's our hard. For our creamy, we can either go Brie or Camembert.
Let's go with the Camembert.
Let's do this.
We're in it, man. And I like the look of it.
I absolutely agree with you. Okay, and also, don't make them too fine. Also, because cheese, and in South African weather, if we cut it too fine, the cheese is going to get a bit like floppy. Keep it nice and like thick.
Oh, hang on a sec.
You take that, I'll build up the board.
Hello? It's Graham and Clem, yeah? Who am I speaking to?
It's Joanne from Umtantwini. How are you?
I'm very good. All the better for speaking to you. Happy festive season, Joanne. Joanne, I understand...
Yes, and same to everybody.
Yay, I love your enthusiasm. We love cheeses. Hopefully you love cheeses as much as we do. What is your question or questions for Chef
I live on cheese.
I love you then.
I live on cheese.
We are kindred spirits.
You answered my first question because I've never been sure whether I can eat the skin on the Brie and the Camembert. But that's already been answered.
Brilliant.
My second question, it's sort of got to do with cheese.
Okay.
Because I like making sort of a cheesy raisin cupcake. Now, I have a packet of jumbo seedless sun-dried raisins, currant, sultanas. But the best before date was January 2020. And I want to know if that's still usable to put with cheesy muffins.
You know, it's a very pertinent question for you, so we will answer it. Did you get that question, Chef Clem? Okay, so we got it. He's saying not at all, not at all. So, Joanne...
And the last question, I've just bought myself these new wave silicone baking muffin trays and Christmas cake trays, and they're silicone.
Okay.
What kind of heat can I have that on to make my Christmas cookies in? Do they not melt in the oven? You know,
I feel your same mistrust with the silicone baking equipment.
Yes,
Okay.
I've never used this silicone baking, and that's the third question. So that's that.
Okay, Joanne, you're a champion. Thank you so much. Beautiful questions. You sound like an absolute lovely person. So have a wonderful festive season, and Chef Clem's going to answer those questions.
My morning's going every morning from 6 to 9.
Oh, stop it!
That's
Stop.
my daily routine with all of you. Thank you
stop
for
flirting,
a
man.
wonderful show. I
Stop
love
it,
all of
Joanne.
you.
Stop it, man. Stop it. We're both spoken for. Now, we love you, Joanne. Have a wonderful Christmas, my dear. We're going to answer those questions right now.
Thank
Chef Clem?
you. I'm going to turn my TV up.
Okay, good girl, good girl. Okay. So
I just thought you and Joanne just wanted like...
We had a moment. No, I think she was talking to all of us.
Oh, okay.
Maybe just to me. No, Joanne also needs a big man for Christmas to come and answer her culinary conundrum. So her first one was she's got a jumbo packet of sultanas that she wants to make cheesy sultana cupcake things, which sounds amazing.
Yes.
First of all, January 2020 was the expiry date.
On the sultanas?
On the sultanas.
Yes.
Can she still chow them?
Absolutely. So I think I answered this question recently. With sultanas, they actually take the moisture out. What keeps sultanas good is the sugar that's inside there. It's preserved.
Rock and roll, girl. Rock and roll.
You can absolutely...
And we're cancelling out 2020 anyway, so from January to December, we've cancelled it out.
Absolutely. So if you turn 21 this year, We've cancelled that. You're turning 21 next year.
Okay, it's a leap decade.
And all sell-by dates. No, don't say that. No. Check your food. But for the sultanas, you're fine.
Then she just bought herself, it sounds like, a wonderful array of silicone baking tools, equipments and stuff, and she's terrified that they're going to melt in the oven. At what temperature can you use the silicone baking muffin trays and cake trays and things like that?
Some of them will only start to change shape and texture after 400 degrees. Your oven is not...
Nowhere near. So it's like the sun. So unless you're
I mean, the
baking
sun
them
might be a little
on
hotter
the
than
sun,
yeah.
you are all right.
So absolutely, go crazy with it. Microwave, oven, maximum heat, grill. Perfectly fine. What else is she? Oh, wow.
I wonder if it's Joanne calling us back.
It's just calling back.
Hi, hello.
Hi.
Hi, who am I speaking to?
Yeah, this is Lynette from Durban.
Lynette, how's it?
Yes, I don't have a cheesy question.
Okay,
but,
no worries.
I'm going back to that gammon that Chef Clem prepared the other day. My oven is packed up. Now, after the boiling stages, how can I glaze it if I do it on the braai?
Oh, good question. Very South African question, Lynette. Absolutely brilliant question. Go and watch your TV right now.
Okay. So if I got that right, her oven packed up.
Horrible.
Sorry. These things happen before the festive
So 2020.
season. Okay.
So 2020.
We're going to rebuke it now.
Okay, so
Ovens will make it through the festive season.
In that phase of the process, how can she glaze it then on the braai?
So she's completely sorted. So you get your big pot, you'll do your cooking, your 80% of your cooking in the pot.
Okay.
With a little bit of, there we go, water, onions and Baileys. Baileys all day, everything bay.
Yeah,
okay, cool?
I've adopted that, yeah.
You'll do 80 to 90% of the cooking done. On the day of your braai, you take the gammon out, like slice it up or do it whole. And all you're gonna do is you're gonna baste your gammon and just keep on turning it every 5 minutes. And you're gonna see it. Not only are you gonna get a beautiful glaze, you're gonna get beautiful extra smoke on the outside.
Yeah, and it's a prepared piece of meat already, so it's going to have that natural smoky tendency there as well. Absolutely beautiful. Oh, man, I wish we could get through more. But, Lynette, I'm sorry about your oven. Joanne, thanks for making our day. You saucy little number. Hopefully you've picked up something saucy from our cheese board here. You're a legend, dude.
I was going to make us some nachos. I'll do it next week.
You can.
Okay, I'll make us an amazing cheat on... Just taste the cheese sauce. And if you really like it, South Africa, let me know. And I'll show you how to make this new nacho cheese sauce.
This will determine whether people are going to watch next week or not. Yes, you're going to watch for next
week. You're going to want this recipe.
Oh,
wow.
it's delicious.
We love it. Wow. But listen, our viewers are so crafty and so cheesy.
They are.
Wow. The responses that we have received to this question are, what's your best cheesy pickup line? Hashtag Expresso Show have been absolutely incredible. Mind blowing. We've had such good laughs.
I know.
You're going to start for us?
I'm going to share this one from Nick Lombard, which is absolutely my favorite. There's a picture he shares and he says it works every time. And the picture says, can I have your picture so I can show Santa what I want for Christmas?
I love that.
But he says it works every time, so does it mean he uses it every year before Christmas? Nick, what's going on?
That's his busy season. Busy season. What have you got for us, Kuhle?
So this one comes from Tabiso, Uncle Tabzi, Nyatikazi. It says, Ayo, is your name Wi-Fi? Because I'm feeling the connection, girl.
Okay, I have one from Kabela saying, we would really be gooder together.
I like that.
Are you getting it, Tabisa?
I do get all of them. I get all of them. I think that if you were using those pickup lines on me, you would have picked me up, all of you. Guys,
We have...
No. It's not your cheese. No, I'm being serious. It's not yours. It's
No,
mine.
it has to be, though, because you know me.
Pop that on the table. It's absolutely delicious, guys.
Thank
one
you.
more comment
We've got. One more. We've got this one from Raymond, and it reads, are you from Tennessee? Because you're the only 10 I see.
Yes! Come on. Beep, 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 beep. It's all the bars that have been coming through today.
Brilliant.
Such a cheesy time.
It smells so
such
delicious.
A good time with it. That does smell delicious. Are you sure we're not allowed to do sort of...
Nachos.
Nacho cheese.
Mine.
Still one.
No, you can.
Come on, man.
Go. Go. Salt yum.
Welcome back to it. Yes, it is your feel-good breakfast show, Expresso. We are live here on SABC3. Beautiful Wednesday morning. Thank you very much for joining us. It's been so cheesy, but also feel good.
Yeah.
But ladies, you know that movies can really change your entire world, right?
That's right. It really can. So now what we have is the excitement is real, and we have our favorite memories. Those are all part of when it comes to, you know, those wonderful moments, which is really cool. So, you know what, we have some social media comments that we're going to take a look through, and this is with New Metro's memory when it comes to that. So, for example, let's look at the first comment.
Absolutely. We start off with Lucille Vengetesi. She said, my favorite New Metro memory dates all the way back to 2008 when Rico Cape and I were just kids, but decided to have our first movie date at New Metro, as I've never been to a cinema before. Little did I know that that first date would end up with 12 beautiful years and counting, and 2 sons later. We absolutely love that one.
Lucille, how beautiful is that
Amazing.
story?
Okay, well, we have one from Dionique Duplessis, and it says here, bonding time with my daughter when Frozen 2 came out. She was so excited to see this movie, all dressed up for Frozen. This was an amazing New Metro time I will never forget.
Oh,
Special.
beautiful. I love it. And then Melanie Willem says, the day I went to watch Titanic 22 years ago, I never cried so much in my life, but it was worth every single tear. It felt as if I was in the icy cold water with all those people. Oh, yeah.
Wow, amazing.
Yeah,
Listen, keep those memories coming in. New Metro and Expresso are still giving you that chance and giving one lucky viewer a chance to win themselves a VIP card, which will give you access to the movies for a full year valued at 15,000 Rand. All you have to do is reply to the competition post on our Expresso Show Facebook or Twitter pages and tell us what your favorite New Metro memory is. And don't forget to include that hashtag Expresso New Metro in your answer. That competition does close on the Saturday, the 19th of December at midnight, and remember those T's and C's do apply and can be found on expressoshow.com. See you at the movies.
We have had the pleasure of experiencing this talent called Nathan Daniels, who has been taking the global stage by storm with his incredible sounds. Well, he's on standby to give us yet another immaculate performance. Well, here he is performing Back in My Life. Take it away.
Thank you.
You've always been there when I needed you the most, but I was so unaware of what your love was all about. I took it for granted, just went on about my days. I thought I knew life's answers and followed my foolish ways. But then it all just fell apart. See, I got off to a shaky start, and now I need you back in my life so you can come and make things better. Too much of my life I've lived astray, and too much of my time has gone to waste. So I'm asking you to put me back together, and that you give me one more chance so I can share my heart with you at last. For too long I thought that forgiveness never lasts. My hate shut your love out and had me locked up in the past. I was lost and alone, surrounded by darkness and despair, when your light brought me new hope. Yes, I found you standing there, and that's when I realized that I know your truth, and there's no way I can deny. And I want you back in my life. I'm asking you to tie it all together, and that you give me one more chance so I can share my all with you at last. Thank you for not giving up on me, showing me that believing in you is what I need, and that your love set me free. So now I have you back in my life, and everything is so much better. No more of my life I'll live astray. No more of my time will go to waste. So I'm asking you to teach me all of your ways, and that you'd help me to follow you for the rest of my days. For the rest of my days. For the rest of my days, to follow you. For the rest of my days.
That got us in the mode after all the cheesiness. That took us to the real house of romance. Absolutely beautiful, beautiful performance. Thank you so much. We love you guys.
We'll see you tomorrow morning.
Right. Have a good day.
When he said,
Clover celebrates spring with exciting giveaways. Look out for selected Clover products in store to stand a chance to win. Made with love by Clover.
Another feel-good production.